Hey, appreciate that, Sick. And welcome on in, Pie. I'll be ready in just a sec. Just about finished. Alright, sorry about the delays. I'm here. Why is my forehead so shiny tonight, dude? I don't know. What's up, Exeter? Exeter, Kendo, Atapai, Sick. We got a whole fucking crowd here tonight, gang. Let's go. What the helly Bron James is going on here tonight? About to hop in for some training. You legs and or hands players disgust me. Because I can't piano that well. James asked twerking pyramid on the show. Oh. I have no idea what you're referring to, Kendo. And I don't think I want to know. I'll keep it 1,000. I'll keep it $1.50, as they say. These internet terms, they don't elude me, dude. Oh yeah, we have it in our... Yes. It's in our repertoire, as they say. Boy, do I have a story to tell you guys. So, a couple days ago, Monday, because that was 2 days ago. Monday morning, we wake up around 4. I was going to take Bridget into work. Yes, she goes to work around 4 or 5 in the morning. And we found that our tire was slashed. Our front driver's side tire clearly slashed. There was a big gash right in the tire. No way it could have happened naturally under any circumstances, at least not the way I drive. Here, I'll even show. I'll show exactly what it looked like. I'll open it in Chrome because it's my stream browser. All right. Why is that not showing? Dude, did they fuck up? Oh, I bet I know what it is. Dude, what the? Did they seriously destroy? Dude, I think they somehow managed to destroy window capturing yet again. Oh. Okay. Well, anyways, that's it, okay? So that's my tire. Clearly slashed, can't be anything else. Look at that. Okay. So, Monday, I had to spend the bulk of the day figuring out what happened, filing a police report, all this other shit. And we obviously had to call a tow truck, get it taken to a tire repair place, like a Bridgestone or whatever, some local place. And as the tow truck is getting ready to pull in, this is around 2 p.m. because I've been dealing with police and talking to my landlord and just letting them know what happened, all this other shit. Around, I think it was more 3 or 4 p.m. I don't remember exactly. But anyways, I go out there and the SUV that was parked right next to me had 3 tires slashed. And there was a girl out there. She was about 24, 25 in that range. It doesn't really matter. It's not relevant to the story, but, and she looked at me and she goes, "Did he get yours too?" And I was like, "Yeah, what do you mean?" And she was like, "Well, that would be my stalker ex that did this." She's like, "He slashed 3 of my tires 2 weeks ago and he just did it again today." So that was cool. So I guess he thought just because I parked next to her that I was her new boyfriend or whatever. At least that's what she said. So that's why he also went ahead and slashed mine. But today, I don't know if you guys do this or if you, obviously if you're in the US, you probably are more inclined to know about this or how to do it. I don't know if it's this way for every state, but for my particular state and several others, you can actually access the local county inmate list. So out of curiosity, I just, took a look. I was like, because both of us had a police report. Okay, her police report had all the identifying information of the guy. Mine just had the incident. It just had my tires getting slashed, so I didn't know that part of it. So I gave her my police report. She said she would add my information to hers because she already, I guess, had a contact at the police department she was working with on this. And I check this morning, and there's a guy who is like her exact age. His charges match with what was described to me perfectly. And he apparently is being held on bail of like $5,000, and he's facing up to a year in jail. And it was like, you know, it was like criminal menacing was one of his charges. Criminal menacing, physical harassment, no injury. And then there was like property destruction and vandalism. So, yeah, we think the dude actually got picked up. But, man. And you know, here's the best part. Your insurance, if you didn't know this, will not do shit for you because this is nowhere near. So most insurance does have like vandalism protection, so to speak, but it's only if it's damage of $1,000 or more. And because that first $1,000 is your deductible, guess who's on the hook for paying that? You. So you pay the first $1,000 and then your insurance picks up. So if the damage is nowhere near that $1,000 threshold, they just don't do shit. And they will just call you and say, hey, we're not doing anything. This will be considered out of pocket. We're going to cancel your claim. So that's fun. So that's what I've been dealing with the past couple days. And, you know, until I knew that, like, I swear I'm like 90% or higher sure that this was the guy, the one that was actually in the inmate registry. But before I was certain of that, I didn't know, was he going to come back and try some shit again? So, of course, I've kind of been on high alert and, you know, popping out a couple times a night just to check, and in the morning, and make sure that he's not, like, targeting my vehicle again. So, fun times, fun times. But, more importantly, Silent Hill 2. I do not remember the last time I streamed this game. It's been a very long time. I would probably have to check my stream VOD channel for that, because I know it's at least been that long. Let's find out. Last time I played Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition was on here, for sure. Oh shit. I just realized some of my videos went public and I didn't intend for them to. Oh. Well. Anyways, I'll update the thumbnails on those later because they're just starting soon. It's not a big deal. Anyways, the last time we played a Silent Hill 2 remake was January 29th. So we haven't played it in almost 6 entire months, which for this channel is something else. That is an oddity for sure. You have an exhibition against who? And what's on the line, most importantly? What's on the line for this exhibition? Oh yeah, and just to like put a pin in that story, I did also get the girl's number. That's how I texted her the police report information. And I don't know if I should. I've just been kind of curious, like, should I reach out and be like, hey, is this the guy? I don't really know if I should, because I don't know her at all. I feel like I should just keep the communication very limited for now, just to be safe. Well, Phoenix asked me not to say, but it is a highly touted player. A highly touted player. That would probably be Sagad. I'm sorry. You know, we like to tell jokes around here. You know how it is. Yeah, you said highly, not high chair. You know what I'm saying? You know what's funny is when he's not in like hyper aggressive money match me, take a day off of work to money match me mode, he's actually a pretty cool guy. You know, I had to get out the 64 ounce, the half gallon of water. Full of gym water right now. Yeah, well, I have said before I don't typically like to talk about other players or streamers. Unless, you know, it's just in an obvious joking manner. Like, I'm never gonna I'm never gonna actually levy like accusations against another person, because at the end of the day it's fucking video games and it doesn't matter. Appreciate that, man. Oh yeah, I also just went ahead and put on the punished stamp attire because I've been up for a while, and you know, I got some bags under my eyes, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna hide that, dude. So nobody needs to know about those. We're just gonna pretend they don't exist and they're just masked. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of that, even when I don't start the stream with it, support has been crazy lately. So I do appreciate that from everybody. Yeah, Road to Akumu, that's gonna be some pure suffering is what that's gonna be. But I am kind of looking forward to it because it's been a very, very long time since I played it. I've never had any particular beef with another Street Fighter player. The only person you could even say I've had quote-unquote beef with would be Fuji, and that's only because he ducked me like 2 sets in a row. What's up, Ryrock? He ducked me 2 sets in a row. Both times he said it was because of a date. So it's like, you planned to play the set, but then both times you got pulled to a date instead. The fuck? What is that all about, dude? So, I don't know what's up with that. And then he just like ghosted me. Anytime I tried to shoot him a message, he just ghosted me. So I'm like, I don't even know him enough to really have beef, but I'm like, I don't know if he doesn't like the cut of my jib or what it is, dude, but he just didn't want to talk to me anymore after a certain point. Not the SF4 scene. Well, I don't have a problem with anybody in the SF4 scene. The only person who has tried to start beef with me, and it wasn't even real. So here's what it is. There's a certain player. You guys are going to know who I'm talking about immediately. I probably don't even need to say too much more than this. But basically, if you beat them and they don't think that you should be beating them, they will immediately let you know how shit you are. You know who I'm talking about? I want to give it a little bit to see if you guys know, because I guarantee somebody's going to say it. Exeter definitely knows him. But anyways, I don't drop names. I said Sagad, but I don't drop names, you know, when it's stupid like that. So yeah. Like 6? No, it ain't 6. Does it rhyme with? No. No, it's not Sephiroth. No, Sephiroth's cool. Yeah, no, Sephiroth shows respect. If he loses straight up, or even if he doesn't think he should be losing, he just won't say anything. He'll just be like, GG's, I'm out. Which I respect that a lot more than somebody like running to a chat and being like, oh, you're a dog shit player, fucking random this, random that. Like, yeah, you suck and I can play any character and I have way more hours than you. Yeah. Just, no. Anyways, I'm going to start some beef with Stamp soon, so the viewers start... Yeah. Let's stage a beef, Atapai. Let's stage a beef with you having the VIP badge. Nobody's going to suspect anything, dude. I'm not going to tell them. You know, I'm not going to say shit. Didn't that guy used to run the tournament series, Casabunch? Or Casabunch, however you... He lost in tournament to Jaco. Did Jaco play Fuerte or Hugo? Let me also say this. Speaking of Jaco, here's the thing. My stipulation is, you could call me, what would be the word? You can call me passive. I don't know what the fuck the word exactly would be, but I only mention someone else's name if I have something good to say, basically. Yeah. Well, there was a guy, check this out, you guys. Check out this comment on my Steam profile. He said, your friend something is a cheater using this, and this, like all Mexicans. I'm like, what the fuck? He just, you know, had to sprinkle in a little bit of racism there at the end. I'm like, what the fuck are you on about, dude? Here, I'll show you. Anyways, what I was going to say is Jaco is genuinely one of the most, like, just one of the nicest guys you will find in the fighting game community, period. he works very hard to make, oh, what's up, Yellow? He works very hard to make entertaining streams and like reach out to the players and be super respectful about it. And I got nothing but good things to say about Jaco. He's a really good guy. So shout outs to Jaco, big time. He may not have been happy with his position on that tier list, but shout outs to Jaco. That's a good dude right there. Yeah, so here's the profile. Yeah, Neo Geo Master. Stamp, you're a nice guy and all, but why you gotta be Caucasian? Why didn't choose? You think I chose this? Let's see. I didn't choose shit. There it is. Your friend UF Dark King is an invincible keyboard turbo macro cheater like all Mexicans. And then he posted like a fucking menagerie of screenshots in a fighting game I don't even fucking play as proof that he's like invincible during certain things, and he's like counting frames and shit like that. Like, what the hell are you on about, dude? So I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, he just had to, you know, pepper in a little bit of that racism at the end. You know how it is. He just had to drive home the point with a subtle dig at all Mexicans. The fuck? Neo. Yeah, dude, he used to have a YouTube channel where he would just insert whatever player's name and then call them a cheater using turbo, macro, auto fire. It was like some weird engagement boosting strategy that he had to like get people's attention. Very weird shit. I don't even know what to say. But I'm leaving it there because it's hilarious. On May 25th, someone commented on my profile and said, game leadership exemplified. What? Oh, yeah. Automod caught your message, but I'm going to allow it. Well, I'm game leadership exemplified, dude. Turns out this is nothing new. Oh, yeah. I've heard that he... Here. I got it. I've heard that he loves doing this, dude. Yep, on YouTube, of course. He has a whole YouTube channel where he like calls out a bunch of other players saying some dumb shit. Check this out. I searched up my username on YouTube and this is the first thing that came up. LMAO, the Jammy98 is a cheater who uses lag switch. I can't ungrab and using macro and auto fire, SF3. Oh my god, he's been at this for 4 years. Ah, fellow Neo Geo Master victim. Nowadays, he's shitting all over the 02U... Oh, King of Fighters. Calling everyone cheaters. Really needs to go to anger control therapy. Yeah, this guy has got some problems. He's been at this for 4... He's more dedicated to this than most people are to their full-time jobs to be keeping this shit up for 4 years. Holy gets what the hell LeBron James is going on in that man's head? I feel like someone on my Steam list showed me he was talking shit on their page too. Dude, he apparently does it with everybody. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think the tier list stream did expose a little bit of this in the sense that there are some people in the Street Fighter 4 community that have very big egos for very little reason. And I'm gonna be honest, man, the netcode is too shit to even really prove a point with online sets. I mean, it really is. The netcode is the equalizer. You could have a player of significantly higher skill and a player who is of a significantly lower, like, mind game levels, you know, decision making, all these different things. And they'll still win because the netcode is just so dogshit, delay based, that they can either random their way out of it, they can react to things they wouldn't typically do. Name one. I'll pass. I will plead the fifth on that one. But I will say that we got a live demonstration of one, and there may have hypothetically, allegedly been a set that ended 10-0 with a lot of trolling that happened in it. I didn't see all of it. I didn't count the frames that took place in that match. I'm just saying. That's John's new emote. I'm just saying that might have occurred. Okay, that might have occurred. Live on Lariat __ Tubman. Wow, I've been live for 38 minutes and we already got a bot. We already got a bot spammer. Swix is a closet scrub. Hell fucking yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nah. Here's the thing. OG and a couple other guys, when I came in like the very next day, were like, so hey, what do you think about Swix being higher than you on the tier list? And I was like, he has offline experience, way more than me. And although I've beaten him on online sets, it's fucking online. Even though we live within like 50 miles of each other and we both have fiber internet, it doesn't fucking matter. Like the connection still isn't consistent enough. Do you not get OF bots in chat? Oh, I have a filter that if there's any URL with a space, or they put in parentheses, remove the space, or if they say best viewers, it auto filters the message so you don't see it. You need to release the VOD. You said would have been 10-0. You got to be talking Gohan versus Swix. I said that? Let's watch. I didn't say shit. The only thing I said in the chat that night as the tier list was being made was, I have beaten his Sakura and his Geef in the last couple sets we played. That's all I said. And then I backed off the topic because at the end of the day, he does have more offline experience. Now, if you want me to be 1,000, I don't think he should be above you, YOLO. Because from what I've seen, you kind of beat him up on the reg. Pause, dude. That was crazy. Pause. No one is buying your fucking OnlyFans. Shots fired. No. I wasn't even like firing a shot. I was just saying. And then Swix, like, I don't know if he actually got upset about this, but he goes, don't make me bring up Lifetime, bro. Man, actually, like, father-son to me. He's like, whoa, Stamp, don't make me bring up Lifetime. I'm like, what are you talking about, Lifetime? Bro, we've gone back and forth the entire time I've known you. And we met in like 2017 or some shit, so. I already said he ain't beating me offline respectfully. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. See, YOLO is a very humble guy. He placed himself in what is essentially the B tier, and he put himself like in the middle of B tier. You always want to be the guy that underrates yourself instead of overrates yourself. The perspective that gives the audience when you overrate yourself is just, it's just trash. You never want to do that. It is a fun community, you know? And I'm fighting a bunch of 09ers. I played for less than a year after release and didn't start again until like 2019. Yeah, dude, I'm a 10er. I started in 2010, 1 month before Super Street Fighter 4 came out, because I was browsing Machinima, RIP, although more like rest in piss because they were a massive scam organization. Definitely don't rest in peace. 09er just refers to somebody that started playing fighting games in 2009 when Street Fighter 4 Vanilla got released. But I'm a 2010er. I was browsing Machinima and I found Arturo versus Daigo in a hotel room at EVO 2009, playing against each other. It was like a super hype match. They were playing on a little blurry ass CRT, and Arturo won. And he like, there's just like a bunch of dudes going fucking crazy. The game looked super cool, and I was like, damn, Ryu looks like Goku, man. He looks cool with like the tattered alt or whatever. So, you know, I picked up Vanilla Street Fighter 4 on PlayStation 3, and holy shit, that netcode was atrocious, dude. Absolutely terrible. Yes, that Arturo Sanchez, yes. And here's the weird thing. Whenever he would win a match, he would like grab his moves and go like this. I'm like, bro, what? Are you good? He's always been a weird guy. I'm just, he's got like weird tics. I don't know if he has like something going on, but that was just weird to me. That's like a detail of the video that always stuck out to me as bizarre as fuck. Anyways, we're not going to talk about that. That's what got me into Street Fighter, because I thought that the game looked cool. And so I picked up Vanilla Street Fighter 4 on PlayStation 3. The netcode was utter dog shit. And then I see that all these players are playing on these arcade sticks. I had never played an arcade stick before, and the PS3 controller was utter dog shit for fighting games. So I did what any 2010 13-year-old would do. Oh, no. I'm stupid. I was not 13. In 2010, I was 15. So I did what any 15-year-old would do. I went to my dad, and I was like, I really like this game, but I need a stick to be better at the game. And at first, he was like, you don't really, you can play really well on any controller or whatever. But then I actually managed, because my dad's always been pretty cool like that, I actually managed to get him into watching some tournaments. And we were watching some live stream tournaments, and they had an ad for Cross Counter where they were doing a promo code on the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 TE sticks. So that was my first arcade stick, was a PS3 Mad Catz TE Marvel 3 Vanilla arcade stick, the black and red, and it was fucking awesome. Man, I put in so much time learning how to play fighting games on that shit. Exeter ain't beating me offline either. I just need to find what he values the most so he can bet it maybe his water supply. Anyways, yeah, that's how I got started with fighting games. And from there used to be a very popular live stream called Peaceful J. And Peaceful J, whenever Super Street Fighter 4 dropped, they had a feature which was Endless Battle that they added to the game. This was not in vanilla. So in Endless Battle, it basically works like head-to-head or side-by-side arcade cabinets where winner stays on and the losers rotate, and they challenge the winner, and the winner can get on streaks, and whoever wins stays on. So Peaceful J would basically turn on his Xbox, plug it into a capture card, go into an endless lobby, open an 8-man endless lobby, and then just let it run 24/7. And he would give out, I met Lamer Boy. I met, before he was even PJS Latif, I met SA Latif, Saudi Arabia Latif. I think he actually used to go by Saudi Latif. It was capital S, capital L, Saudi Latif or something like that. But then he became PJS Latif, and that was the name where he got second at EVO 2011 and stuff. Anyways, I met a bunch of those players in there. A lot of really old school players were in there. Punk was in there under the name CM Punk, and then a shit ton of numbers. I don't know what the numbers meant, but I actually played him in a tournament mode match and beat him. He played Yellow Gi Ken. Just basic yellow Ken. And he was pretty shitty back then, but obviously he's a fucking Evo champ. But yeah, this was, I guess, when we were both starting playing fighting games. There was a really good Blanca player named Ferris. Cast Blanco was around in those days. I think Super was when he really got into the game. Yes, Latif actually started with Guilty Gear. He did not start with Street Fighter. He was really involved in the Guilty Gear community before he ever even got into Super. And he said he preferred Viper because she did a lot of jumping and canceling, so she kind of felt like a Guilty Gear character, which is true. Viper is very much more similar to a Guilty Gear character than she is a Street Fighter character. Anyways, so then Peaceful J got tired of Super. He was like, I'm tired, and he would give out prizes as well. He would give out Amazon gift cards if you could get a certain number of wins. So he got tired of Super Street Fighter 4, and he started streaming Persona and some anime fighters and stuff like that. And yeah, Viper is very much a Guilty Gear character in the Street Fighter engine. She does not rely too much on normals outside of Crouch Fierce, but most of her skill set involves jumping, doing quick special moves, canceling, super jump cancel into Ultra 1 or whatever. Yeah, she's very much not a traditional Street Fighter character whatsoever. I always loved Balrog, dude. When I first saw the headbutt into Ultra 1 combo, I was like, I want to play Rog in this game. And I still think one of the coolest alts they ever put in the game is Rog with the like braids and I think he has grills in that skin too, but it's the one where he has like the here. It's alt 2. Balrog alt 2 USF4. I thought this one was fucking awesome. Yeah, this one right here. Look at this shit, dude. Yeah, there we go. Let me just... Yes. I just thought this was one of the coolest alts in the game right here. He's got the sunglasses on. He has the fucking like gold spikes on his gloves. Like that's just fucking awesome. So I was full speed ahead. I was going to play Rog. And I just quickly realized that I had no fucking idea how to play charge characters. So I decided not to. But yeah. So my scrub ass went back to Ryu and I basically never left because he was easy to pick up but very difficult to master. Yeah, I just had no idea how to play charge characters correctly. Like I would just hold down back like my life depended on it and I just didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I was like, yeah, this character is not for me because I just don't know how to do... I didn't know how to do anything. I didn't know how to charge partition. Obviously, that's a really advanced thing. I didn't know shit. So I just gave up on Rog, but I always thought he was one of the coolest looking characters in the game. Let's be real though, Capcom, I don't know what the hell they were thinking when they did this. Yeah, have you guys seen the Halloween outfit for Rog? What the hell were they thinking when they did this, dude? They gave this fucking character a basketball jersey, chains, and they made his gloves red like they've got blood on them. Look at this. What the hell were they thinking, dude? Like, what the fuck? You can't do that. Well, I mean, they did it. They did it. It's like in RE Outbreak, the guy Jim, the like lone black character in the game, Jim. They get his alternate is a basketball outfit. Like, dude, I understand they're Japanese, but like, holy shit. But yeah, Rog's alt 2, always been sick. What were they thinking? Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they need to be like hyper socially aware or anything. I'm just like, damn. How did that make it past like planning stages? It's not even that good of an alt. Give it that. Yeah, what were they thinking? Now, Zangief's Undertaker alt was like one of the best of that set. That was an awesome alt. Look at this shit. That is the fucking best one right there. He's even got the fucking eyeshadow that Undertaker wears. That's the one Roman wears a lot of times when he plays in tournament. Anyways, guys. I will always be a Makoto scrub. Makoto's sick, dude. Every game she's been in, she's like high tier. She's not like busted, like best in the game, but she's one of those gimmicky characters that she's like a streaky shooter. You know, in the NBA, you have like people like J.R. Smith, for example. Not the best player, but when they heat up, they're like untouchable. You know, that's what Makoto's like. She's not the best, but if you give her to the right player, like Haitani, like Arlieth in Third Strike, like Mimori or Tominaga. Who else in Street Fighter 4? There was a guy they used to call the Buffalo because of how hard he hit. He played Makoto and Abel. Shinba. Yeah, Shinba, Makoto, and Shinba Abel. That guy was a beast. Oh, might have been Shiro. Something like that. Anyways. We've got our gaming mouse. We have our endgame gear. Look at that. It's just like a black void of a mouse. Endgame gear XM1R ready to go in gloss black. How fitting for a gamer like me. And we're ready to play this shit, so let's do it. Cut the music. Cut the fucking music. And get to the game. Now, first things first, we have to decide on a proper placement for the camera, because I don't want to be in the way of the subtitles, but I also don't want to be in the way of any UI elements. So let's sort that out now. And I gotta close some apps that have no business being open right now.
This town is full of monsters. How can you sit there and eat pizza?
It's an excellent question. And I'm sure someone's gonna enlighten us. Okay, so they actually updated this. So yeah, they have Silent Hill 2 2001. Okay, a game should be coming up in a second. Big Rigs is an awesome episode, dude. You're a ghost trucker. Are you Large Marge? So here's a fun thing about this game, you guys. Even if you adjust master volume, it doesn't affect the voice acting. So the voice acting will still be very loud, even if you do this. How fun is that? Isn't that fun? 797. All right. I could always just turn subtitles off. Now, the reason why I'm doing normal hard is because they got really, really carried away with this one in terms of the action difficulty on hard. It's not like I haven't done it before. I've completed it several times. It just makes the double Pyramid Head fight and the Mary fight unreasonably lengthy. So it just extends the length artificially for no reason. So, but I almost forgot. We got to let the intro play. So I won't touch my mouse. I won't touch my keyboard. Fake gamer alert. Check the VODs. That's all I'm going to say, dude. Check the VODs. I've completed this in hard action, hard riddle, like probably 10 times on stream over the past 5 years. So fake fan alert. I'm just kidding, Adipie. You're not a fake fan. Also, I know we left SF4 behind, but SF4 back in the days on Xbox Live sounded so lit. It was, because it was the only platform that had wired internet, and you actually had to pay for it. So Microsoft was able to afford better connections and better servers and stuff. Sony, PlayStation Network, PSN was free, so nobody gave a fuck, and they would play on the most heinous Wi-Fi connections ever that were slow as shit. But on Xbox, the connections were actually pretty good. So it wasn't that big of a deal.
James, honey, did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Maria?
You said you took everything, but you forgot that videotape we made.
No, they didn't, Ryrog.
I wonder if it's still there.
I'll explain after this.
How do you know about that? Aren't you Maria?
Dude, these cutscenes still hold up so fucking well, though, for real.
Are you taping again? Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad promise you'll take me again, James?
You kill me, Ryrock?
I don't look like a ghost, do I?
Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? You don't sound very happy to see me. I was almost killed back there. Why didn't you try to save me?
Looks good,
All I
huh?
care about is that dead wife of yours. I've never been so scared in my whole life.
Lost?
Just like that stupid dog. He had it coming too.
Eddie, you can't just kill someone because of the way they looked at you.
I don't know. Maybe I did.
What's a little girl like you doing here anyway?
Huh? Are you blind or something?
Oh, it's you.
Just putting the gun to their head.
I am. You want me to be?
True.
So, what about Laura? Did you find her?
Yeah, but she ran away.
We've got to find her.
That was the original album cover art right there.
It doesn't matter who I am. I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real.
So, cool thing about these cutscenes, you actually can't hear the voices until you complete the game once. When you first boot up this game on a fresh memory card or a fresh save on PC, whatever it happens to be, you can't hear any of their voices in the cutscenes. That only gets revealed to you after you complete the game. How cool is that? So then, when you watch the intro on a completed file, then you get to hear it. Cool, huh? Yeah, I know you think that's cool. You don't have to tell me. I know it's cool, okay? You don't have to tell me. I know the truth. Pepperoni chili crunch pizza. You should go to jail for making such a comment. Just kidding.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
Oh, all right. Sorry about that. Had to blow my nose. A little bit of a violent sneeze, but we're here. Okay. Well. So, first of all, really quick, I do have a command. I believe it's called mod. Yeah, so just to explain very quickly, this is what the mod we are playing. I'm going to make my camera slightly smaller because I want to make sure to take up as little of the game as possible. You guys can see my ugly mug down here. That's all that needs to be done. So I just want to explain a little bit about what this mod is. So the Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition project is made by some incredibly talented developers, very, very talented guys. And they basically came to the same conclusion that everybody did in the Silent Hill community, which is that the original PC port was terrible. It was awful. It was very poorly optimized for modern computers. So they took it upon themselves to mod the absolute shit out of the game. And this is the result. Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition runs in full HD resolution, which the original game did not support, of course, because it was only 4:3. So this runs in full 1080p, all the textures have been up-resed, all of the cutscenes have been AI upscaled, all the static images have been AI upscaled. I'm playing on mouse and keyboard right now. They added full mouse and keyboard support. And most importantly, it runs in 60 FPS. The original PC port did not do that either. So this game from 2001, all of a sudden, oh, absolutely, I had a PS2, yeah. So this game from 2001, all of a sudden, really holds up when this mod is applied. It's actually kind of amazing how well this holds up. I'm very, very impressed with this mod to this day. It's one of the most impressive community projects. Dude, I love the PS2. You can call me an uncle all you want. I love that system. It's still my favorite of all time. Probably always will be. Anyways, let me shut up.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday. But you never did. Well, I'm alone there now. In our special place. Waiting for you.
Hey, there's a reason I have the PS3 still. Atapai, I still have 3. I own 3.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. A dead person can't write a letter. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. So then, why am I looking for her?
It's so funny to me, Ryrog, to see it become a TikTok trend after all these years.
Special place. What could she mean?
Time really is a flat circle, huh?
This whole town was our special place. Does she mean the park on the lake? We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us, staring at the water. Could Mary really be there? Is she really alive? Waiting for me?
Yeah, it's so hilarious to me. Like, there are Joe Rogan podcast clips that use music from this game now. That's the era that we're now in. So, it's just very, very funny to me. Just gonna, give it a little bit more even levels. Just a little bit more. That should be good. Yeah, those levels are pretty good. Is that good for you guys? On the meters, it's perfect. So, that background image is literally just a PNG file. Look at that. That lake background image is literally just a flat image, but the way they placed it is so perfect that you don't even really notice that with the fog. And on PS2, you definitely couldn't notice it. Not really, Ryrog. Like I said, I fell asleep during it, so I don't exactly know what happens, unfortunately. I kind of know, but not really. I'd have to watch it again. Yeah, so you can run all the way down to this chain link gate. You can't interact with it or anything, but if you listen to his footsteps as I run away, they get quieter as if there's a physical camera moving further away. It's really cool. See, so that's the level of detail we're dealing with here. We're on basically what amounts to the first screen of the game, and already we've got details like this, so it's very cool. Look how clean these images are, man. Holy. I actually could make the camera a little bit smaller still. Yeah, I think that's okay. I wouldn't want to go any smaller than that. But that's perfect. He was looks maxing 20 years before us. He really was, though, dude. Yeah, so if you remember in Silent Hill 1, which we played just a couple days ago, Sybil said that she was an officer from Brams, the next town over. So from here, we can see Brams is about 27 miles, 26 and a half, 27 miles from Silent Hill. So about a 30-minute drive. Oh yeah, also I like to show what happens if you try to go this way instead. This is the road I came in on. There's no point in going back. And then it just turns you around. What was she doing that far, even beyond her jurisdiction? Well, from the intro, it looks like she was following Harry for some reason. I don't know if she thought he was doing something suspicious or what. His zesty jog. Yeah, he does have kind of a zesty jog. Yeah, this is when he's full stamina as well, this run. When he has less stamina, it doesn't look so weird. But yeah, it's definitely jank. Look at that fog. Holy. The PS2 had a lot of fog, but this is fog maxing, dude. This is fog maxing right here. Yeah, I said it. And I meant it. Holy hit. Look at that hitch that just happened. Well, here's what's funny about it, right? Is PS2 was being touted as like the most advanced system ever, which when it came out, it certainly was. And the funny thing about it is everybody thought that with all this extra horsepower, they would show you more of the town. They would use it to make the character models look better, or, you know, they certainly did that. But instead of showing you more of the town, they actually used that horsepower to make more fog. So they did the exact opposite of what you would think they would do, but it ended up working out perfectly, so it's not a big deal. There's something in the well. What's that? Looking at this makes me feel like someone's groping around inside my skull. It gives me a weird feeling. Look how many game result files we have. All of these are finished playthroughs with different dates on them. Going all the way back to June of 2020. Actually going all the way back to November 2020. Yeah, so there's a couple, you know? We're gonna start fresh. Oh yeah, I was gonna... I'm gonna give it a little bit less on each value. There we go. Man, I always have trouble getting the levels right for this game. Like, it just never fails. Always have trouble with that. It's either too quiet or way too loud. Would I have preferred text dialogue in the remake over James talking out loud? I do still like the effect of text just popping on screen when interacting with items. Nah, I'm okay with both. I think it gives a different way to experience the game, and I'm okay with that. I'm not that much of a purist that I need it to be exactly the same.
Excuse me,
Oh, I'm sorry. I
No,
was
it's
just...
okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah. I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah. It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But
Yes?
I think you'd better stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it. It's kind of hard to explain, but...
Is it dangerous?
Maybe. And it's not just the fog
Look at his
either.
face.
Okay, I got it. I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
No,
I believe you.
Soylent
It's
Hill.
just- I guess I really don't care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going to town either way.
But why?
I'm looking for someone.
Who is it?
Someone very important to me. I'd do anything if I could be with her again.
Me too. I'm looking for my mama. I mean my mother.
That emote
It's
is
been
diabolical,
so
Ken.
long since I've seen her. I thought my father and brother were here, but I can't find them either. I'm sorry. It's not your problem.
I hope you find them.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, so a couple things I wanted to mention. About this game. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to set everything to max. And then I'm just going to use my physical dial to get the levels right. I always have trouble with this game. Always. But for now, that's okay. So what I was going to talk about is this game was very advanced for its use of motion capture at the time. This dialogue is kind of cringy. It is in the beginning. They were actually recording this in order, so the voice actors got better as it went on. Yeah, just a couple things, and then 3 hours later we'll be done talking. What's up, John? Anyways, this game was extremely advanced for its use of motion capture at the time, but the limitation they had is that only 2 actors could be in a scene at one time. So they kind of worked the script around that so that there's only one other main character talking to James at any one time, be it Angela, Eddie, Laura, Maria, whatever it happens to be. So you'll notice that they make excuses for there to not be any more than 2 characters on screen several times, and that's why. That water sound, man. It's so nice. And the wind. Dude, I should make a whole fucking ASMR video of just walking around the cemetery. I actually would go crazy in the algo, you know? See how loud that gets? That's this game's problem. Is the levels are perfectly fine until you open a door or a character starts talking, and then shit just gets crazy loud. So what I'm gonna do is this. Set it here, and then that should be okay. Yeah, this only happens when you beat the game. This chainsaw is not here normally. I've seen the mocap suits they wore, and it's hilarious. Yeah, in the HD collection, one of the biggest controversies is that they changed this perfectly acceptable font to literally fucking Comic Sans. And somebody like dug into the game and used a free camera and found that they put this original sign in like a trash bin somewhere else in the map. It's like inside that barn area right there. So they knew what they did. They did it intentionally. Very stupid. Crickets and cicadas. Hey, I wouldn't complain as long as they're fucking not on me. Ben Drown. Now that was the fucking creepypasta that was popping off in like 2010, dude. I remember that shit. Yeah, make the sign more readable by turning it into fucking Comic Sans. At this point, you cannot go back. If you try to go back, this is what you get. There's no reason to go back. I'm going to look for Mary. So he actually will not open the door and go back. There's not really anything to get, but yeah. Any nightmare fuel if I finish early? Probably, I mean, we might if we have time. I'm not going to say I won't. You know, I always like to delve into a little bit of nightmare fuel. But yeah, I remember the Ben drowned one was a very, very, very popular creepypasta growing up. Dude, it's gonna drive me insane getting these levels right, but so far it's okay. Oh, like you can see like the sewer way down there. Nightmare fuel. It's like that song that Dr. Red loves to sing. Because tonight will be the night or whatever. He loves singing that. Every opportunity he gets. Alright, always check the flower shop first, because you get a free health kit here, or first aid kit. Oh yeah, and we can check our inventory already. These icons were also completely remade. So you can see a much higher quality version of this photo. But every single icon in the game was remade. So here you can basically read the whole letter without even, you know, clicking in to expand the text. It's really cool. Well, we watched a video about a creepypasta from 1999 of guys claiming they found like a bunch of like previously murdered people's shoes in a cave. And that was like getting national attention before they finally came out and admitted that it was fake. And that was in 1999, so that might be one of the first instances of a creepypasta. But, you know, the culture of fake, you know, scary stories obviously existed long before the internet. That shadow just now. Yeah, here's what happens if you deviate from the path and go somewhere you're not supposed to. They do have some of it blocked off, but if you go too far, he'll just say, I need to investigate that shadow a little bit more, and then he turns around. Was that a health drink? Yes. Jeff the Killer. Jeff the Killer was just a really poorly photoshopped picture. I never understood why people thought that was crazy. There's been a cave-in on the road. I can't go any further this way. I can't make it to the park this way. I'll have to find another way. Yeah, so similar to Silent Hill 1, we've got these massive just chasms at the end of streets. But you can see the streets look exactly the same as in Silent Hill 1, so obviously we know we're in a similar area of town. And we can also read this. Too bad I can't read it because the surface has been scrubbed away. Remains of Blood Swamp. I believe it's the settlers of land surrounding this monument. Was originally swamp, but was later filled in. From long ago, here lies Squidward's hopes and dreams, yeah. Yeah, from long ago, the executioners nicknamed No, the lake was nicknamed Blood Swamp because the executioners poured the water used to wash the execution tools in here Yes. Perhaps it's for that reason many people seem to have the area. That part I don't know. But I do know about the execution tools. I thought Jeff the Killer, Freddy Krueger, The Rake, Nightmare, Fredbear, Smile Dog, Red Mist, Squidward, and Jason Voorhees would all be waiting in the dark hallway to come slime me. So here's an interesting question for you guys. What was the first thing growing up that actually gave you nightmares? I can tell you exactly what mine was. And then what one, like, still bothers you to this day to think about, or do you even have one anymore? Because for me, for the most part, I'm fucking desensitized, dude. I've seen it all. I've seen virtually every movie out there. I've seen it all. Oh, the Resident Evil 2 CD art. Yeah, that's definitely one. That's definitely up there. That is fucked up beyond belief. RE1 CD art too with the eye. That one was also pretty rough. This cutscene gets loud, so headphone warning, by the way. Finding Nemo, which part? Like the fish with the light on it? You mean that part?
Dead? What the hell is it? It's not human.
I was like 7 or 8 when I watched Blair Witch on another friend's VHS tape. It was another friend's VCR. I was at their house visiting. We watched Blair Witch, and that's the one that did it to me.
Oh yeah.
First time in my life I genuinely like could not sleep because of a horror movie.
This thing broken? What the? I'd better take it anyway. I might need it.
So they actually removed that from the remake. I'm not going to worry about spoilers. I think we all know exactly what's going on. But what I will say is, by the way, look at the bloody footprints if you walk over an enemy. That was also totally new at the time. You guys got to remember, this game came out December 2001. Hey, what's up, Siren? Long time no see, man. This game came out December 2001, so a detail like that was mind-blowing at the time. Anyways. Oh, no, I did. I saw that, Ryrog. It was just during the cutscene. I couldn't say anything about it. But no, the anglerfish was kind of scary. I'm not going to lie. What have you been up to, Siren? Dude, I've dropped a shit ton of frames tonight. What is going on? Might be the Twitch server I'm on. Hang on. I've dropped 2,612 frames. I mean, I'm on the right server. I might need a switch. If I keep seeing drop frames or you guys keep seeing it lagging, please let me know and I'll just switch servers. Yeah, but that still shouldn't be happening, Kendo. I hope if I just close OBS and restart it, I hope that it lets me continue without chopping the VOD. Bless you, by the way. I hope it lets me continue without chopping the VOD. It should, as long as I just close OBS, but I'm connected to the Chicago server right now. I should probably get on Ashburn, Virginia. Those are the two servers I rotate between because they're closest to the main ones. So we have some options. Do we go for the in-water ending or do we go for leave? I'm not going to go for Maria because Maria is just a very boring ending, honestly. So usually when I play this game, I go for either leave or in-water. If in-water, I'm going to let one of these enemies damage me and we'll play the rest of the game at low health. If leave, then I won't worry about that and we'll just run straight to the apartments. In water? Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Take a sip, because this will take a few hits. Probably one more, maybe two. Wow, these things are so weak. Okay, so now you can see on the bottom right, you can see a little bit of the red. Where's my plus icon though? The low health indicator, where's that at? I have that on, don't I? Oh yeah, I forgot you could do this. You can up the render resolution. Let's try that. So we're at double render resolution right now. I mean, that looks like 1 HP to me, but my low health indicator is not coming on for some reason. I don't know if I inadvertently turned that off or what. But that's okay. We are absolutely low HP. Alright. That works. Yeah, so... Oh, sorry. I didn't realize my fucking camera was still off. Anyways, that should help with the sharpness. Now that we're at 2x render resolution, now we're rendering at like 2K. 1440p or roughly in that range. So the game should look sharper for you guys now too. As long as I don't keep dropping frames. Y'all grew up playing Luigi's Mansion, either 1 or 2, but the first could get pretty dark. Dude, yeah, the first Luigi's Mansion was pretty creepy. Because that came out when I was 6. Yeah, 2001, I was 6. We're gonna head on down to Saul Street. And try not to take another hit. Because the ending that we're going for requires me to be at low health. Another first aid kit here. I'm not going to be using much heals throughout the game. I just need to have enough in case I take an errant hit every now and then. But to get this ending in water, which a lot of people consider to be the most canonical ending, you have to play the game at low health and examine Angela's knife, and the game considers it as you playing in a suicidal manner, so you get a different ending. There's a memo lying on the sofa. I'll wait at Bar Neely's. I copied it onto my own map. Wow, this is so sharp right now. Holy shit. Holy. So the game is running in 1080p, but it's double. That's kind of a Shattered Memories thing. Yeah, Shattered Memories absolutely stole that mechanic from this game. There's no question about it. Yeah, Shattered Memories stole that. Fucking meow. All right.
Look here. Look here. Look, listen.
I was waiting. We're going to grab this map. So check this out. So someone else was here, we can assume, because they have their own map. It's very weathered, and they've marked a lot of things. Places you can go, places you can't go. And it seems like they came from the park. What's that symbol at the end of Martin Street? Copied it onto my own map. Now, Neely's Bar, or Bar Neely's, is really interesting. It has one of the most argued about things in the history of Silent Hill ever since it was first discovered, right here. On the wall, it says, "There was a hole here. It's gone now." People have argued about this relentlessly for 2 decades. More than 2 decades. There was actually a Reddit post like a week ago of someone saying that they had solved this because the layout of this room matches one that you go into much later in the game that actually does have a hole in the ground that you have to drop into. So some people think they're talking about an actual hole that disappeared. Some people think that this is like a metaphor and they're talking about, you know, where it's inside of a bar, like the hole inside of James. You know what I mean? Like there's so many different theories. If you want to know how I really feel, I think that they just put it in there to be a creepy, vague message, specifically to get your gears turning, but I don't know if it's there for a specific reason. None of the developers have ever confirmed that. They've never answered it. I think it's just there to get the gears turning in your head. I think that's what it's there for. And to be unsettling. Otherwise, we would have had a more definitive answer across the last, 24 years. 23, not quite 24 yet. Good lord, the hitching. What a symbolism game. SH devs actually use the shit that your high school English teachers would tell you about, actually, though. Oh, yeah. So, there was also a guy who reached out to Masahiro Ito, which, as you guys know, was the main monster designer for the first 3 games, and they asked him what they thought about a certain theory, and the theory was that the hole was referring to Mary's vagina and James's sexual frustration, and he responded in all lowercase and put a period at the end and just said, "I don't care." So even he's fed up with your pointless theories. Nope. Yeah, we are definitely 1 HP now. Look at that. I think I could even use 1 and still be low. Yeah, we're still low because you can see that subtle red glow in the bottom right. That's your indicator that you're low health. No, you see, it actually meant to symbolize the endless hole that is Eddie's stomach. Wow. Fucking roasted. We haven't even run into him yet, and he's already getting relentlessly roasted online. Fucking got him. Alright, so I'm going to show one more thing before we proceed, because it's very important to just the mechanics of this game. And a lot of times when I see people doing their first playthrough, they don't do this, and they don't run into this, so I always like to show it. We'll grab those bullets on the way back. I think I'm going to drop the internal render resolution as well, because it doesn't make that big of a difference. And it just makes my game hitch a lot more. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, it doesn't make that much of a difference to me. Alright, so we gotta kill this guy. You piece of shit. We need to get him to stand up, and then there's one more. Okay. Now, where's that third one at? Ryrog, you can learn right here, my man. I will be talking about plenty. This is the most lore-dense game in the whole series. Okay. So now that they're dead, I can show this. So if we go up to the end of Neely Street, we can find a corpse that looks a lot like us. You can see it has the same jacket. It's got the same pants, the same boots, just a little bit more weathered. It seems like this corpse might have been here for a while, and there's a lot of things scattered around it. So let's read these. He doesn't say anything about the body itself, but right here, there's a memo pad on the ground. I'm going to write everything that I've learned so far. Maybe that will help you out somehow. If you're reading this, it probably means I'm already dead. I saw those demons. They were there, I'm certain, but my friend says he didn't see anything. If that's true, does that mean that what I saw was an illusion? But whether that demon that ate human beings was real, or whether it was just some kind of hallucination that my mind dreamed up, one thing I know for sure is that I'm beyond all hope. It seems that they're attracted to light. That's why people who need light to see are their natural prey, but they also react strongly to sound. If you want to go on living, you'd be better off just sitting in the dark and staying quiet, but even that probably won't save you. If you're going to try to fight them, the most important thing is to relax. It's dangerous to fire a gun while you're all crazy with fear. Take good aim and then squeeze the trigger, and don't forget to finish them off. I think most of those creatures can be killed, even if they are tougher than people. And then the last one here. Lore dense, but not quite in the world building part. Yeah. It's lore dense in relation to James himself and a lot of other symbolism, but not so much in the world building, yeah. It's vague, intentionally vague in the world building aspect. God, this hitching, man. Killing me. This, I swear this did not happen. I wonder if I should do a fresh install of Enhanced Edition. Because this shit did not used to happen to me this bad. There's bullets right here as well. Was he just looking at that? Yeah. There's probably a few more things to pick up in the town, but there's not really a point to doing that right now. So we're just going to move on. And once we go in here, he says, I think I'll look around these apartments some more. Something's not right. So I love the way this game does this. You know, this was before a waypoint system. You know how most games nowadays just tell you in plain English exactly where to go and what to do at all times. This game kind of subtly leads you around. You know, once you go inside that gate, you might think, oh, was there something I missed? But once you read this, you're like, no, I couldn't have missed anything. He's straight up telling me I'm going to look around the apartments some more. So I love the way that they do that with this game. Why was that so loud in my left ear only? Oh yeah, by the way, people always ask what this means. These are the endings that you're still, you can still achieve. So leave Maria Water is my current trajectory. This is leave Water Rebirth. This is only available when you collect all the cult artifacts. So by this point in the game, I was not able to get, no, I could still get Maria. No. That's correct. Yeah. I could not get Maria. What's up, Dave? So yeah, leave Water. You see most of mine are leave Water. Some of them have Maria, some have Rebirth, and some have all four. If it's game result, they have all four. So yeah, if you never knew what those notations mean, that's what that means. very cool. What's up, Dave? Isn't this game just like home, dude? It really is. Everything I'm using tonight, all the gear, this game, playing this shit on mouse and keyboard, talking to you guys, this shit just feels like home to me. It really does. Look at the shadows, by the way. Love that sound. Love the sound when it gets up. It's so just fucking depraved. Why is everything so crisp? Because we're playing on the HD PC version. I would love to play the PS2 version, but it doesn't stream very well because it's a 4x3 game and it runs at such a low resolution. I would rather play Enhanced Edition so the presentation is just a little bit cleaner for you guys. Still in awe at the theory that you took Mary's light. See, I would actually believe that's a believable theory. To me, that's not even like that crazy of a theory. Just a mannequin, but these clothes. So we walk into this room. The first room you're intended to go in has the flashlight, but if you take a look at these clothes and then we compare that to our photo that we have, it's at the very least the same top that she's wearing. So why would that be here? How would that be here when we just got to town? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's right click and then you left click to attack. Yeah, well, I don't think any serious person considers the Dead by Daylight James to be in any way canonical. But yeah, I mean, he is in that game, but clearly just for like fan service and, you know, crossover points. I love the music in this room too. Listen to that subtle bass. Both. They're both in Dead by Daylight. Yeah, watch. He'll be in Fortnite before we know it, guys. I wouldn't be surprised. His ultimate ability will be the pillow smother. He'll whip that shit out and they'll wish they weren't. Never mind. Would you imagine if James walked up to one of these things and asked them what the hell LeBron James is going on here? See, somebody needs to make a TikTok edit of that and farm like 1 billion views while that term is still being used. They need to strike while the iron's hot, dude. Look at these bars. I love the shadows, how they move with the flashlight. There's a key on the ground on the other side of the bars. If I stretch my arm out, I just might be able to reach it. No. I refuse to pick it up. Goodbye.
Ow! Hey, wait! Damn it.
I can't reach it no matter how far I stretch. But who's that kid? Yeah, a lot of people say, like, why didn't he just take the plank? Like, he could have easily reached it if he just used the plank and pulled it to him, but that's too advanced. They'll probably add Freddie, Matthew Lillard, and Josh Hutcherson to Fortnite. They probably will. Dude, they just put Five Nights at Freddy's in Dead by Daylight, and now they already have a Walking Dead chapter. Didn't they just put out Springtrap like 2 weeks ago? The fuck, dude? Slow down. They have so many collaborations and partnerships that like they can't even get a fucking week in without a new one getting released. Like that's a good sign for the game. It means the game's doing well, but holy shit, like the fucking players are gonna get tired of having to buy all this stuff. Is Fortnite actually fun? Seems to have a ton of mini games. Fortnite is okay. It's mindless fun. It really is. If you just want to, I play zero build. If I just want to mess around and like try to practice aiming, I'll play some zero build Fortnite and just run around and try to shoot. What was that? Some kind of noise north of here. Yeah, I haven't dropped any frames yet again, so it's been like 25 minutes without dropping any, so we might be okay. Watch if we turn off the flashlight. Look at the red glow on him. Look at the lens flare off the flashlight too. Man, the details in this are so clean. That's why this mod is so fucking impressive. So we were just in this room and there was nobody here, but now look, it looks like something really graphic happened and they like slammed into the TV and there's blood everywhere.
Oh my god. Who could have?
Fucking chicken jockey. Can you please explain to me what the hell that is and what it means? I see that used everywhere. I jinxed the stutter. Oh, is it stuttering again? Well, it shouldn't be on my end because I'm not dropping any frames. My connection's consistent. Isn't that red pyramid thing the only way it's ever referred to as? Actually, no. At the very end, when you grab the eggs out of the hands, it says Pyramid Head won't move anymore. So he actually does call it Pyramid Head at the end of the game. It's too dark to tell for sure, but I think there's something on the other side of the hole. It means a mob riding a chicken in Minecraft. In the Minecraft movie, Jack Black yelled chicken jockey, where Jason Momoa's character had to fight a baby zombie on a chicken. Questionable at best. Homecoming is this part over and over? Yes, it is. Except it's done even more cheaply. Oh, check this out. They actually follow your light. If you turn the flashlight off, they all fly back in here. And then if you turn it on, they all fly back out to surround you. Isn't that cool? I wonder if they fly out even if you're... Nope. You have to look into the room. Dude, the details are amazing. They won't just fly out to you at random. You have to actually look into the room with the flashlight for them to do that. What do the moths symbolize? That I wouldn't really know. I'm sure someone has done an incredibly extensive write-up about it, but I couldn't tell you. I'm sure it does symbolize something, but I don't know for sure. This note, it must be from the person who lived here. Three needles stand of 3 different heights, the fat, the tall, and the thin. From slow to fast, they move to the right. Scott rests not on 3, but 15. Wow, look at the wood grain, like, behind the thing. That is so clean. Holy shit, these images. And you can actually see the photo up top, too. And it was funny as fuck, and it became a thing in theaters that the whole theater would say it at the same time as Jack Black and go batshit. Yes, I saw what happened with Grok, where it was like calling itself Mecha Hitler. It definitely seems like somebody just messed around and fucked with it as much as they possibly could. Yeah, so this puzzle is very simple. They kind of tell you with the memo in the other room that Scott rests on 15. So Henry, Mildred, Scott, hours, minutes, seconds. So Henry is the hour, it's pointed at 9. Mildred is pointed where 10 would be, and Scott's pointed where 15 would be. So you have to set the clock to 9, 10, and 15 seconds. Pretty simple. There's writing on the clock. The scars from the past shall remove the nail that stops time. Konami's golden age. Yes, Konami's golden age was like 1998 to 2004, I would say. Actually, no, I would say late 80s to 2004 was Konami's golden age, because they made some really excellent games on like Super Nintendo and stuff as well. And they made like Suikoden on PlayStation 1. That was an excellent game. So yeah, their golden age was like 1989 to 2004. Horror game puzzles are usually cock and ball torture. Batman Returns was dope. Oh yeah, on Super Nintendo? Yeah, it was. We're almost to our first, like, almost head-to-head encounter with Pyramid Head. Right here. Yeah. Yeah, he covered it in one of his Batman reviews, for sure. That shine on Pyramid Head's, well, head. That's one of the last things they put into this game to make it more like the PS2 version. The PC version was missing that shine, that gloss on everything for like years and years and years, and that was part of the final update for Enhanced Edition. Just to restore that effect. Yeah, that was Mike Matei playing the Joker. That bass. The bass in those shots was crazy. Mike also played Jason Voorhees in the Friday the 13th. He basically, if there was any extra character, it was most likely played by him. I love this angle. Fucking John Wick ass angle. Look at that. He doesn't say anything about it either. Alright, so here's the key that she kicked away from us earlier. And then there's a first aid kit in here. Or no, it's handgun bullets, my bad. So now we can go back to the other side and use the fire escape key, but we're also going to run into the courtyard key. Wait, do I already have... Yeah, I already have the courtyard key, never mind. We got it out of the closet. It's not really made explicitly clear what's going on there. Some people think that it's something sexual. Some people don't think it is. The reality is it's kept purposefully vague. The only thing that we do know is that Pyramid Head was killing those two creatures. So they're dead because of whatever was going on in there before we got there. So that's all that really matters. He was killing them. So it kind of establishes him as like a superior being, you know? Like he's kind of a... like a chief and commander, so to speak, of the monsters that we've run into, because he just takes them out the same as us. So it basically establishes that he's on a different level to those enemies. Yeah, he's the fucking alpha. And you know what, his actions there don't make much sense either. I mean, he had us dead to rights. We were cornered in a closet and he just walked away. So it's almost like he's toying with us, you know? He didn't really want to kill us. He could have easily done that, but he chose not to. So, you know, there's a lot of intention behind that cutscene that's very subtle. Alright, so we're going to head this way. Oh no, we're going to do this first, and we'll get the plot of Silent Hill 4. Yeah, metaphorically, Ryrog, he was doing that, yes. Oh, right here. Brain just kind of snapped for a second, as they say. Yeah, so some people do take issue with the Enhanced Edition. It's an amazing mod, but they did do some odd things, like they actually changed the description of the canned juice to add the word heavy. So there's garbage that's blocked up in that chute, and a lot of times when people play this for the first time, they basically have to be told to go use the juice on the trash chute to like force the trash out from the other side, because it's not really made obvious, so they added that word heavy to kind of clue you in. But I disagree with doing that because I think it doesn't necessarily ruin the game. That would be a way overly dramatic of me to say. It doesn't ruin it, but I just don't like the idea of changing, things that were put in there intentionally. So I just am not a fan of any changes. You could call me a purist, I guess, would be the way to describe it. The garbage bag is torn and the contents are strewn all over. What's this? Some gossip magazine, eh? The police announced today that Walter Sullivan, who was arrested on the 18th of this month for the brutal murder of Billy Locane and his sister Miriam, committed suicide in his jail cell early on the morning of the 22nd. According to the police statement, Sullivan used a soup spoon to stab himself in the neck, severing his carotid artery. By the time the guard discovered him, Sullivan was dead from blood loss, the spoon buried 2 inches in his neck. An old schoolmate of Walter Sullivan's from his hometown of Pleasant River said he didn't look like the type of guy who would kill kids. But I do remember that just before they arrested him, he was blurting out all sorts of strange stuff, like he's trying to kill me, he's trying to punish me, the monster, the Red Devil. Forgive me, I did it, but it wasn't me. The schoolmate then added, I guess now that I think of it, he was kind of crazy. So right after you see Pyramid Head for the first time, it's no coincidence that he mentions the Red Devil. Now, they kind of retconned that later, by having a character with the nickname the Red Devil, but again, I reject that bullshit. Clearly that was a reference to Pyramid Head, or at least a town executioner, She caught me in the counter, wasn't me. She caught me red-handed. Sorry, I can't sing that song. We'll get DMCA'd. Oh, the dodge. You see that insta-strafe, the technology that I just demoed did? Goodbye. They're so easy to dodge on normal. Some actually really impressive fake vomiting, by the way. Let's listen in here. And then if we take a look here, who could have done this? This song is called Ordinary Vanity, by the way.
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Do what?
I didn't do anything. I swear. He was like this when I got here.
My name's James. James Sunderland.
Eddie.
Eddie. Who's that dead guy in the kitchen?
Dude.
Do it. I swear I didn't kill anybody.
The fake vomiting in this is so much better than in the remake, to be honest.
You're not friends with that red pyramid thing, are you?
Red pyramid thing? I don't know what you're talking about. Honest. But I did see some weird looking monsters. They scared the hell out of me. So I ran in here.
Yes, this is the guy Atapai was talking shit about,
I guess this place isn't too safe either.
which was justified,
What happened here anyway?
by the way.
I told you, I don't know. I'm not even from this town. I just...
You too, huh? Something just brought you here, right?
Why does he sound so menacing there?
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, whatever it is, I think you better get out of here soon.
Yeah, you're right. What about you?
I'll leave as soon as I'm done here. Eddie, be careful.
James, you be careful too.
There's something so disturbing about this. He's just sitting in the dark. There's no power to this room at all. He's sitting in a pitch black bathroom throwing up. There's something so disturbing about that. Like, how long was he doing that before we got here? I mean, I guess technically there is power because the fridge is lit up, but it's just pitch black anyways. You can actually talk to him again.
Eddie, are you okay?
Yeah, I guess.
Now, if you go across from Eddie, here's something really interesting. The wall's covered with football posters and meaningless graffiti. I couldn't care less about either of them. So for knowers, for knowledge havers, we really understand what this is about, considering what he tells us later on about the football coach. So, you know, the town is clearly, there's a little bit of the sort of projection blending going on even as early as the apartments. Because when we run into Angela, we see like a teddy bear for a kid, and we see like kids' drawings on the fridge. So there's a little bit of crossover happening there too. But it's way more subtle in the beginning and gets more intense and more direct as the game goes on. Which is, yet again, just a very beautiful use of symbolism. They were top notch at that, no doubt. I did not even have my finger on the right key. What the fuck? There's no fire escape outside the door. Maybe they knocked it down when they built the building next door. I think I can get into the building next door if I go through the window in front of me. This also highlights a little bit of the quality of life that I love about this game. Do I fart in public? I mean, I try not to, unless nobody's around me. What a question, Ryrog. What a question. Check this out. You can walk on the broken glass. You notice it even makes a different sound when you turn on the glass. Listen here. Then once you're on the carpet, it doesn't do that anymore. So, funny story about this game. This was the game that got me back into streaming now 6 years ago. It was, well, we're getting very close to 6 years because it was late 2019 that I did it. Actually, let me pee first, and I'll tell this story. One sec. Oh, what's up, Mag? Long time no fucking see, Mag. Of course you would go here right when I went to take a pee. Sorry about that echo. It shouldn't have been on there. Like the echo snap transitions. Let's go. Midstream pupe. Nah, those days are over. So I was telling the story about this game in particular, that 6 years ago when I decided to come back to streaming, I was bored, and I decided to check out Twitch. Well, we just played Madhouse like 5 days ago. I decided to check out the Silent Hill 2 category on Twitch, and I saw somebody doing a blind playthrough, so I was like, sick, I'd love to watch that. So they were playing on hard riddle mode, and they got to this part. Check this out. It looks like there's something stuck inside the toilet. Why wouldn't you reach into the toilet, honestly? Looks like a wallet. There's some kind of memo in it. Perfect. Okay, so on hard riddle mode, they introduce Roman numerals here. So in Roman numerals, V is 5. So the first number is 18 because we've got 5, 5, and 8. And then X is 10, so the last number is 17. So here we've got 18, 3, 8, 17. Well, the person I was watching thought that this was a down arrow. And his was down, and he kept saying down, down 5. He's like, what is down, down 5? What does down, down 5 mean? So all this is a very basic combination lock that you have to unlock in this room to get a bunch of ammo. And he thought it was a fucking down arrow. And of course he had like really strict no advice rules in his chat. So I was like losing my shit. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just going to re-download OBS and stream myself. And that was 6 years ago. And we're still out here. Anyways, this is original Silent Hill 2, but it has the enhanced mod. So it looks very modern. So 18, 3, 8, 17. (18, 3, 8, 17). Okay, I did it wrong. 18, 3, 8, 17. There we go. Yeah, I never even stuck around to see if he ever figured that out, but it was just driving me insane. Funny, if that guy would have been entering the damn number right, we may have never known you. Exactly. Dude, that is 100% like one of those butterfly effect moments, Mag. By the way, you have a black chainsaw. Do you know what that means? That means you're like a top 3 longest streak. Yeah, you have a 37-month streak. Holy shit. Yeah, so if that guy had figured out the puzzle, I may have not been annoyed enough to download OBS and do my own stream that night. And I may not have been doing this 6 years later. Or met any of you guys. You know? So how crazy is that to think about? If the dude had been... Like, if he had figured out the Roman numeral part immediately, this could have just never happened. I could have just kept living my life, you know, being all private and shit. But that's just not the way it was meant to be. That's not the way it was planned to go, dude. Is there anything in here? Yeah, can I get an ooh woo in the chat for that one? Can I get an ooh woo? By the way, Mag, the new thing is 5 gifted for the eyeliner. I put it on anyway tonight because you know, Uncle Stamp is feeling a little bit tired, shall we say. So I wanted to cover up the bags. I put it on anyway, but yeah, that's like our vest streak, as we say. Well, here's the thing. I wasn't even originally going to bring it back. Did I just go back into the same room? I am so dumb. I need to go to the stairs. I wasn't originally even going to bring it back, but Wang in my zipper. He recently changed his name, by the way. Now he goes by Insert Wang here. One night he was just like, how many gifted to put it back on? And we were sitting here watching like police body cam videos, and I just jokingly said 5, and he fucking insta gifted 5. No, it's fine, Mag. I know you're busy. But yeah, he just like insta-gifted 5, so I put it back on, and then it's just become a meme, and people keep supporting it ever since. I'm like, hey, I have it. I'll do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna complain. That's the whole point of Twitch. You need to do what your audience wants you to do, right? So if you guys want me to do it, I'm gonna do it. Otherwise, why the F are you on this platform? Get off it. I'm sorry. All right, so this is the room that Angela's in. Check this out. So I have stockpiled lights out this whole time for no reason. You have stockpiled lights out? I'm a DM you, Mag, because I need that shit, and I need it yesterday. I'm going to need you to send that to my P.O. box, like, immediately. A stuffed animal. It probably belonged to the kid that used to live here. I have one left, and it's getting low. Dude, it's getting low. I'm actually using Urban Decay. That's what I'm wearing right now is Urban Decay. Are there foil characters in SH? Oh, I mean like a foil for James? No, but there's definitely a foil in 1 and 3 and 4. I guess maybe you could say Maria's a foil, but not so much because she was created by the town for James. So, not so much. Anyways, one of the best cutscenes in the game, so let me shut up.
Oh, it's you.
What are you up to,
Yeah,
Mag?
I'm James.
Always good seeing you around these parts.
Angela.
Angela. Okay. I don't know what you're planning, but there's always another way.
I'd be down, Mag. I'd be down.
Really? But you're the same as me. It's easier just to run. Besides, is what we deserve.
No, I'm not like you.
Gym
You're
water.
Afraid.
My bottle's still full of gym water.
I'm sorry.
Gonna get a little bit of hydration going.
It's okay. Did you find your mother?
Not yet. She's not anywhere.
Did she live in this apartment building?
I don't know.
So, all you know is she lived in this town.
What did you say? How do you know that?
It's a perfectly reasonable thing to say, Angela.
Because this is where you're looking for her. How else would I know?
Yeah, I skip it because I play vanilla. I play
Yeah.
PlayStation 1, RE2.
Am I right?
That's what I like do.
I'm so tired.
So, why did you come to this town anyway?
I'm sorry. Did you find the person you're looking for?
Not yet. Her name's Mary. She's my wife.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, she's dead. I don't know why I think she's here.
She is dead?
Don't worry. I'm not crazy. At least, I don't think so.
I've got to find my mama.
Should I go with you? This town's dangerous.
You've ruined the
Now I know
SH
what
music
you
for
meant
me
back
because
there
this
in
is
the
playing and I'm
cemetery.
wondering why they're playing your
I'll be
music
okay by
exactly.
myself. Besides, I'd just slow you down.
They copied
about-
me.
That.
Will you hold it for me?
Sure.
Sure. No problem.
If I kept it, I'm not sure what I might do. Oh, I'm sorry. to be bad. Please don't.
Yeah, so this item, this knife, is critical to getting the in water ending. You have to examine it several times throughout your playthrough. Why they added that as a qualifier, I'm not quite sure, but it's part of it, so we're gonna have to do it. Now, very, very easy to miss is you can see this shredded photo on the ground, so let's take a look. A photo. And you can see it is a torn photo of what we can assume is Angela when she was way younger, and her mom on the left and her dad on the right. And that's why she ripped it. But, you know, it just depends on your perspective on a marathon mag. Like, some people want to do the games in order, just story, and some people want to do them in release order. Like, as an example, Metal Gear Solid, if you did them in release order, of course, you would play 1, 2, 3, 4. But if you wanted to do in story order, you would do 3, 1, 2, 4. Because 3 technically happens first. Yeah, Resident Evil Marathon created Resident Sleeper. I actually remember that guy. I wasn't there when it happened, but I remember when that clip was kind of getting passed around a lot. When you think about how Angela reacted on James trying to reach her, it makes you ponder how heinous or what her dad Broen did to her. Very sad night. Yeah, it's like her reaction was almost animalistic and how quick she like ran away or tried to defend herself, you know. It makes you think the extent of the abuse was very, very deep. We have all 3 of our coins now, right? Yes. Okay. Oh, I'm going to collect all of this stuff so that we can also show the rebirth ending. Good. I want to be able to show both. Something written on the desk. First lies the seat of he who is peerless, silent, and empty, heartless and fearless. Beside him sits one who knows the place of the servant is next to the throne. Dozens of feet, yet not a single toe. The one that is hidden beside him doth go. Seducer of dreams, creature of Hades, lying further from man and closer to lady. Silent and hidden the two may be, they be not there for you to see. Return them to whence they would be, and blessing shall descend on thee. These puzzle prompts all change with the difficulty, of course. But the solutions do too, which is cool. I speak thus with the North Star behind me. The birth of the sun is the start of the story. So there's a line of 5 1-inch round depressions set into the table. So they did kind of improve on this in the remake. They did a very good job with this, but the solution here is blank old man, blank snake prisoner. On hard. Yeah, and her saying, I've been bad, like an actual child would say. Like that, even though she's only 16 in the game, that's definitely not something that someone her age would say. Yeah, dude, Penn and Teller were huge when I was growing up. They still kind of are. They have that show called Fool Us or whatever, where they invite magicians on and see if they can trick them. But when I was growing up, they had a show on Showtime called Bullshit, where they would talk about like conspiracies and stuff like that. My dad used to watch that all the time. Oh, wrong one. All right, are we gonna get the apartment whisper? Yes or no? We did not. We haven't got it in a very long time, but it's randomized, so you never know. Bullshit was goated, and I got to see them in Vegas. Awesome act. Yeah, they have like had a home in Vegas for many, many years, like decades at this point. They're like a mainstay, and they always sell tons of tickets, so they're never going to drop them from that lineup until they're ready to quit. But everybody I've heard of that got to see them live said they were really good. Okay, so we are officially done with the apartments, but since we haven't fired a single shot, we have 100 bullets already. It takes exactly 35 bullets to end this fight, so let's see if we can get it on the dot and not miss any. Kind of difficult, but we'll see. We've missed several shots, so I lost count. Got it. But we gotta be careful, because that's a long swing. Yeah, okay. A little bit more than I wanted, but if you don't hear the metal clinking sound when you shoot, that means you didn't hit him. Watch, if you get too close, he'll turn around and swing for you again. Oh, the sound glitched for a second. Yeah, they improved the water texture here a ton. It used to look like paper. So that's one thing they changed that I do approve of. This water looks way better. In that clip, they were pretty much talking about people from first world countries complaining about food, and they basically said they're starving children in third world countries in the most educational way possible. I mean, they're right. Fucking A, we got people leaving... Oh. What the hell just happened? Oh, I can hear him. What the fuck? That was weird. Anyways, fucking A, we got people leaving like negative DoorDash reviews because their Starbucks had, the ice in their Starbucks drink had started to melt ever so slightly. Or, you know, all this other shit. It's like, you don't even realize how good you have it. You really don't. You're so fucking, you're just mired in this entire culture where you get to take things like this for granted. You.
You. It was you, wasn't it? You're the one who stepped on my
Exactly,
hand.
Exeter. It's like, what do you think is gonna happen?
Maybe I did.
Especially if it's hot outside. What the hell did you think was gonna happen?
What's a little girl like you doing here anyway?
Huh? Are you blind or something?
What's that letter?
None of your business. You didn't love Mary anyway.
Wait! How do you know Mary's name?
I gotta tell you guys, not to like get into a big philosophical conversation, although fuck it, I guess we could. But I gotta tell you, regarding age, like all of my favorite streamers on Twitch are also in their 30s now. So I think we're just all slowly approaching Unk status, dude. I don't have a problem with it at all, and some of them are in their 40s. But again, like I'm happy to be my age. I really am. I'm not upset about being 30. I freaked out about it at first just because it was so crazy to hit that milestone, but you know, she and Gummy actually made a really good point, which is like being 30 is a blessing. Like, and I have a lot of friends who didn't make it to 30, unfortunately, so I should stop thinking about it that way. If you complained on your back, it's the Unk milestone. I'm still in my 30s for now, 40 next. Yeah, and it's like, I mean, it really is a blessing. Like, making it to 30 without any major, I mean, I say without any major health issues, despite the fact that I talked last stream about how I almost died when I was like 9. But that was so fucking long ago, I don't contextualize that as anything recent. That was just a blip that happened 21 fucking years ago. Anyways, but no, I'm happy to be the age that I am. Like, I think it also helps the experience that I've got as well. It helps like handling being online and a pseudo public. I'm certainly not a public figure in any way, shape, or form, but just being pseudo public with myself in general. You know, waiting a little bit longer to get back into streaming was a good idea, because had I done it when I was like 22, I might have said and done some really dumb shit. Not even like offensive stuff, just I would have gotten really defensive about, you know, people hurling insults at me, and I would have gone back and forth with idiots, you know. Wait, did she just make a sound? Could have sworn I heard her make a sound.
Mary?
This song is Null Moon, by the way.
No, you're not.
Do I look like your girlfriend?
No, my late wife.
Look how good this cutscene looks, man. Holy shit.
Can't believe it. You could be her twin. Your face, your voice, just your hair and clothes are different.
My name is Maria. I don't look like a ghost, do I?
You should, Exeter. You should give him a shot.
See? Feel how warm I am?
If you have me in the
really
chat,
not Mary.
you'll have
I
a
told
wealth of knowledge. You'll know exactly where to go and what to do if you ever get
Sorry.
stuck.
I was confused.
Where are you going?
I'm looking
I'm
for
looking
Mary.
for Mary. Have you seen her?
Didn't you say she died?
Love the fog here. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, 3 years ago.
But I got a letter from
But
her.
I got a letter from her. She says she was waiting in our special place.
And that's here? Anyway, I haven't seen her. Is this your only special place?
This is awesome, too. Only time in the
Well,
game where a
there's the
cutscene
hotel,
splices into
too,
another.
I guess. The one on the lake? I wonder if it's still there.
The Lakeview Hotel? Yeah, it's still there. So, the hotel was your special place, huh? I'll bet it was. Don't get so mad. I was just joking. Anyway, it's not that way. It's this way.
And watch him just walk. He's like, okay, cool. Now it's that way. I'll just leave you here.
You're coming with me?
You were gonna just leave me?
No, but...
With all these monsters around?
No, I just...
I'm all alone here. Everyone else is gone. I look like...
This town is full
Mary.
of monsters. How can you sit there and eat pizza?
We're almost
You
there.
loved her, right? Huh. Or maybe... you hated her.
Don't be ridiculous.
So it's okay?
Yeah, fine.
MFs in 2001 really had to goon to TS. Dude, imagine how embarrassing gooning was back in like the late 90s, early 2000s. You had to like fucking mail order a Girls Gone Wild tape or some shit. Like the internet was around, of course, but if you didn't have access to it, you had to do some crazy shit like that. Fucking showing up on your credit card statement. In memory of the 67 who died of illness and now sleep beneath the lake. You had to go to a fucking video store and rent a porn tape like you're Patrick fucking Bateman. I have to return some videotapes. Just wanted to make sure I picked up the ammo from over here and then we're good. Yep. Exactly, yes. You had to go in and speak to a person, and they just had to know everything about what you were into and what the fuck you wanted to order from the store. and then you would have to go back and return it. And of course, you know they're judging you this whole time. It's like, dude, I couldn't save face. I would never do such a thing. Fuck that. I would have just resolved to never partake if it was going to be that embarrassing, you know? And you can't like send your boy in to do it for you. Like, what the fuck? You can't send your bro in there to fucking rent a porn tape for you. He's not going to do that. Because then he sacrifices his reputation too, and nobody's going to do that. What? I can't move. What the hell's going on? My inputs just stopped working. Mouse isn't working either. That is fucking weird. Is Maria just like an Ashley in this game? Not quite, no. Here, let me try and completely. Let me see if I can do this. Let me task manager out and then we'll switch back to it. Wow, it actually is like not accepting any of my keyboard inputs at all anymore, or mouse. Let's see. Trying to plug in a stick. It was accepting the stick input for a second, but keyboard input is like totally dead. All I was doing was trying to stomp this enemy out. Dude, this is so fucking weird. Why is this game like this, dude? All right, well, I guess I'm gonna close that and reopen it. MFs in the 90s probably had to goon to Chun-Li and Cammy's pixelated sprites. Absolutely. We know that happened. Well, here's continue. Oh, okay, that's not bad. So just have me continue right here. That's not bad at all. I can do this fight again. No big deal. Heck, I can do it better this time and not miss so many fucking shots, so it actually worked out. A little bit better this time. All right, let's try this. A clean 10. Okay, good. Wow, that was so many missed. Is he too close or okay? Not terrible. All right, then we'll just skip this. That's so true though, Kendo. It really isn't a stamp stream unless I break something. I swear, this stream, I swear, we have a fucking monopoly on bugs, glitches, input devices not working randomly like what just happened. We have a fucking monopoly on that shit. We really do. Just a second ago it bugged out because when I left the apartments, the screen was all black, but you could hear James moving around. It made no sense. Chun-Li and like fucking Princess Leia in her prisoner outfit were like two of the most common things I've always heard of people gooning to before the internet was around. That stuff predates me by quite a bit, so I wouldn't know anything about that, but that's what I've heard. Good thing is you can skip all the cutscenes. So we're just gonna grab this ammo, skip, and then save. And then we'll be right back where we were. This is one of my favorite parts of the game too, so we gotta see this. Some of the only downtime you get throughout the story. Okay. Oh, no. I don't want to ever overwrite these game results because it's memories, dude, you know? I never want to overwrite these or any of these because these go back to 2021. I always like to go all the way down to the bottom and choose the most recent one. No, man, I was talking about this the other day to some of my IRL friends. It's so crazy to me how much technology has changed since I was a kid. Just the fact that a phone that I'm holding in my hand is now more advanced than half the PCs I had growing up. I think what happened was it detected me trying to pick up the health drink and stomping the enemy at the same time. I think they overlapped and the game just didn't know what to do. That's the only explanation I have. Otherwise, it just fucked up. But anyway, the fact that I have a phone that is like exponentially more powerful than half the PCs I grew up on building, like back in the 2000s and the late 90s and stuff, is just crazy to me. And I just walk around with that in my pocket all day. It has like the processing power of like 20 of those PCs put together, if not more. Probably even more now that phones have like quad-core CPUs in them. All right, book, Lost Memories. So this talks about the origins of the town name and everything. Hey, what's up, Lucan? I was talking about how much more advanced technology is now. I was thinking about it from the perspective of the fact that I carry a phone around now that is exponentially more powerful than most of the PCs I like agonizingly spent hours building and using in the late 90s and early 2000s. You know, the fact that phones have quad-core CPUs and like fucking 8 gigs of RAM now. In some cases they have 16 gigs of RAM. Like they're basically full-blown PCs. It's just crazy for me to think about the advancement that's happened since I was a kid. I remember when having an MP3 player was like, whoa, holy shit. You know, I remember when you would see a kid with like those Sansa clip or the SanDisk MP3 players, you would have like your mind blown. And especially when the iPod video came out with the click wheel. Yes, the MP3 player with 128 megabytes of storage. Remember the black SanDisk one, where if it was too hot, the screen would just basically explode, like an old calculator. All right. The name comes from the legend of the people whose land was stolen from them. They called this place the place of the silent spirits. By spirits, they meant not only their dead relatives, but also the spirits that they believed inhabited the trees, rocks, and water around them. According to legend, this was where the holiest ceremonies took place. But it was not the ancestors of those who now live in this town that first stole the land from these people. There were others who came before. In those days, the town went by another name, but that name is now hopelessly lost in the veils of time. All we know is that there was another name, and that for some reason the town was once abandoned by its residents. Here's the Texarkana gas station. Jesus, the hitching. So bad. It's particularly bad tonight, way worse than the last time we played. I don't know what's up with that. I'll wait here. I hate bowling. I didn't come here to play, you know. Hurry back.
I'll wait here. I hate bowling.
I didn't come here to play, you know.
Hurry back. Okay?
One of the best songs in the game right here.
So what'd you do? Robbery? Murder?
Nah, nothing like that.
Huh, you're just a gutless fatso.
What'd you have to say that for?
I thought you said the cops were after you.
No, I just ran because I was scared.
I don't know what the cops are doing.
I don't know what the cops are doing.
But if you did something bad, why don't you just say you were sorry? Well, I guess I run away a lot too.
It's no good. They wouldn't listen. Nobody will ever forgive me.
Yeah, he certainly can't apologize for what he did.
What's her name? Mary?
What are you up to, Lucan? Long time no talk, man. Outside of YOLO's chat, very rarely.
Eddie?
Oh. You're...
James. We met in the apartment building?
Yeah, I remember. But...
I'm gonna keep it 1,000, Lucan. I need somebody to help me start my investment portfolio. Big time.
No.
I need you to hop on a Discord call and share some knowledge, my man, because I am lost.
Wait, come back! Eddie, let's go after her.
Huh? Laura? Why?
Laura, is that her name?
That's what she said.
This town is full of
I said I need some guidance starting my investment portfolio, dude.
She said she was fine by
Wait, I need you to hop on a Discord call and help, dude. I'm so fucking lost. Like, you got me on the stocks. I appreciate you, man. I can run you through it. Yeah, I need help big time, dude. I am fucking beyond lost. It's a simple but effective way. Buy low, sell high. Did I call it? I think I called it. The preemptive. Yeah, that. Exactly. Yeah, you see, you know, I knew exactly where you were going. I knew what you were doing. But I can tell you what is low and what is high. Hey. The hidden knowledge. And why.
Did a little girl run out of here?
Yeah, she was too fast for me.
We can do a Discord
Aren't you
call
gonna
this
go
week.
after
Hell
her?
fucking yeah, man. I'm down. Anytime after like 4 p.m. EST, I'm down. Yeah, man. You can hit me up on Discord. I'm just Stampede_G with the same profile picture I've got here. If you didn't already add me, you can. I think we might have already been on there though. We might have talked the night that SF4 rollback was a thing. I don't remember for sure. But no, I appreciate you, man. Shit is intimidating. It's like more intimidating than a fucking panel interview for some big corporate job, you know?
Is there any other way?
Yeah, there is. Right through there.
True, yeah. Because I think naturally you're very protective of it. Everybody is.
It's no good. It's locked.
I appreciate you, man. I'm sure you probably get more than your fair share of people asking these questions, but, you know, I figured might as well shoot my shot, as they say. Because, whenever anybody talks about you, they always invariably bring up stocks. So you just seem to be a figure of authority on the matter. So I'm like, hey, he's the right guy to ask. Ah, this song, Heaven's Night. Stonks, dude. Fuck yeah. By the way, did you ever end up making any money off the GameStop debacle, or were you not on that train, so to speak? We get some Jimmy James lore right here. Liquor bottles. I don't need that right now. It's not that I don't drink. In fact, I drink a fair bit to get away from the pain, the loneliness, but the drinking never changes anything. Anyway, I don't need it now. There's something that I have to do. Man, I should have. Betting on that's like doing a wake-up ultra. It is. Dude, and the amount of people. There was a guy in the Overwatch community named Kefri who like went to his bank and withdrew 15K out of his savings just to dump into that, and he held on to it too long and he ended up losing the vast majority of all that money. The people who sold when it jumped up to like $400, they went to the fucking moon. And there are some dudes that are still like just chilling with the amount that they made off of that. But all the dudes that were like, oh, diamond hands this and diamond hands that, yeah, they lost most of their money. Yeah, AMC was popping off for a while. I remember that too. And then remember the controversy about Robinhood? Like, they literally just disabled the ability to buy or sell GameStop stocks, like just completely market manipulation. They were like, whoa, people are using this to fuck over a hedge fund? Cut the switch. Immediately. Cut that shit off. Love how, you know, the hedge funds themselves can do such things, but if the common folk start to utilize the same strategies, that's when they pull the plug. They fucking flip the chessboard over and it's game over at that point. Just a regular stage. There's nothing strange about it. So here's a funny story. Back in the GameFAQs days, if you guys remember browsing GameFAQs in the 2000s, it was like the de facto website to go for video game information. There was a bullshit rumor that if you, on PlayStation 2 of course, if you like stand in a very specific spot here and press a specific button combination, you can get Maria to do a pole dance for you. And of course there was a bunch of people lying about it, saying like, oh my god, I just got it to work, dude, that's so crazy. And anytime you ask somebody for proof, of course they just disappeared. It's bullshit. People have data mined the fuck out of this game. No such thing exists. It has never existed. It was just one of many bullshit rumors back in the day that people used to spread on forums to troll. Oh, I like how you can see the cash register lit up. But no, that's the thing though, Luke. And it's like, I am ready to start investing in things, and I'm ready to start, you know, kind of taking those plunges and getting into that whole world, because I feel like it's kind of like, me and YOLO talked about this recently, where the way that finances are set up in America, it's almost designed to capitalize and almost prey upon people who don't understand how it works and are not willing to put in the time to understand how it works. These institutions bank on you not understanding the same loopholes that they utilize. And that's where they maintain their advantage over, you know, normies, so to speak. So once you start to understand these concepts and you start to invest and you start to make money off of these things, that really opens the door. And like me and you were talking about that one time that I still think about all the time. It's like money is literally freedom in the sense of you get your time back. You don't have to give 40 hours of your week to a company or to a supervisor or a team. You basically get your life back. And you earn the freedom to do what you want to do the majority of the time. And that is what's really invaluable that people don't think about a lot. They kind of take it for granted. They're happy about like their off days and when they get off and when they get their PTO days and stuff. But understanding that the financial freedom to not have to do that is what's really invaluable is something that I'm interested in, you know, exploring. I love my job. I absolutely do. But you know what I mean. You know, it's just something I'd like to, it's something I would just like to start. I think, you know, now is a good time to learn it and just, you know, grow a pair and just fucking learn it. Because, you know, it's certainly going to be helpful. There's no downside. There's literally no downside to learning stuff like this. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I already wasn't trading. So, you know. It's like the worst that could happen is you go back to square one. Okay.
Over there.
I wonder what happens if you just keep going. Does she turn you around or tell you to come back? Or do they just block it off? They probably just block it off. I have to go after Laura. I can't just leave her all alone. Also, maybe she'll be able to tell me something about Mary. Ah, okay. The fog must be part of the horror because you don't... Yeah, so that's what I was saying earlier. They utilize the PS2's extra horsepower to render more fog and obscure the town even more. So that you're hearing the sounds of these creatures in the distance and hearing all these different things and you don't know where they're coming from. And it's also very claustrophobic because you can't see 5 feet in front of you. So there's kind of two effects happening at the same time. Also, Lucan, is this just a meme or do you really drive? You really do drive a Tesla. I feel like you do. It's not just a meme. Are they worth it? Tell the truth. Keep it a buck with me right now. Is a Tesla worth it? And not a Cybertruck, just a fucking regular like Model S or whatever. I don't know what the models are. Fucking glorified RC cars? Not quite. They do have some really helpful safety features like the camera systems and stuff and the sensors, but you know. The potential for this illness exists in all people, and under the right circumstances, any man or woman would be driven like him to the other side. This is such a Twilight Zone coded message here, by the way. The other side perhaps may not be the best way to phrase it. After all, there is no wall between here and there. It lies on the borders where reality and unreality intersect. It is a place both close and distant. See what I mean about the Twilight Zone thing? Some say it isn't even an illness. I cannot agree with them. I'm a doctor, not a philosopher or even a psychiatrist. But sometimes I have to ask myself this question. It's true that to us, his imaginings are nothing but the inventions of a busy mind, but to him there simply is no other reality. Furthermore, he's happy there. So why? I ask myself, why in the name of healing must we drag him painfully into the world of our own reality? Something else is written by hand. I got the key from Joseph. It's probably the key to that box. Purple Bull Key. BYDs are eclipsing Tesla in Asia. What's that? What brand is that? So here's a fun memo about some of the patients here. It seems to be about the patients hospitalized here. Wow, that is clear. Jack Davis. He has attempted suicide 3 times in the past for reasons unknown. Although he's normally a model patient who follows doctors' and nurses' orders, he must be watched closely due to his past pattern of sudden and violent suicide attempts. Joseph Barkin. His illness seems to be rooted in the fact that he believes he's guilty of causing his daughter's death. His symptoms suggest a psychotic break and paranoid delusions. Normally calm, but has a tendency towards violence when excited. Joshua Lewis. History of hospitalization as well as numerous assault, battery, and other violent offenses. He has a strong persecution complex and a tendency to solve things through violence. Extreme caution necessary. So I love the way they do this. You just got here and they're already telling you about 3 incredibly dangerous and violent patients that are potentially in here with you. You see how they structured this part? So already you're on edge. It's like, holy shit, am I going to run into these guys? You don't know that for sure, but you're already on edge and you just fucking got here. Chinese brand EVs, electric vehicles, yeah. Let me see something here. Yeah, I don't know if we have those in America. At least not available like most dealerships. I wouldn't think so. Oh yeah, that's the one we need the Cambo for. Oh, hey, we're about to get the shotgun. You... Oh, that could have actually killed me. Yeah, that's actually 1 HP when it's flickering that fast, so gotta take a health drink just so I don't die.
Ow!
What's wrong?
I just pricked myself.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Dude, his fingers are so weird here. Look at it. The needle's just poking inside of one. The lithium used to create the battery significantly more damaging to the environment than the emissions from a vehicle. Yeah, a lot of people don't know about the cobalt mining that takes place. That's where all lithium-ion batteries come from. Initially, is the cobalt mining. So, like the phone inside of your iPhone and the phone in your Tesla and all, or the battery inside your phone and the battery inside your Tesla, all that stuff. But yeah, that's a conversation most people don't want to have. And hey, I have an iPhone too, so I can't really say much about it. I'm not trying to like police anybody else's opinions. I'm just saying it is what it is, you know. It is happening. There's something inside the pocket of the white lab jacket. Examination room key. I would love to take a look at some like really high quality scans of what some of these posters are, because like what the hell is that? It almost looks like a Tool poster from the 2000s. Has like skulls or ghosts or something. So please give old devices on recycling factories. Well, I wouldn't say they're better for the environment, but here's something that was funny. So the government in California tried to get people to switch over to electric vehicles because of the environmental benefits, and they gave like big, huge discounts and also like a year of free charging. They had a promotion. You would get a year of free charging if you bought a Tesla within a certain period of time. So naturally, people did it, and too many people did it, such that the cost of all the electricity, the state couldn't afford it, because of how many people were charging their Teslas. So then they started charging people for the distance traveled in an electric vehicle to make up the cost. It's just the absolute clownery of the US sometimes, I tell you, dude. It's like da 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 da. Imprint on carbon paper is in here, I believe. No, that's Silent Hill 3. No, it is 2. Okay. There's a typewriter here. I've got no use for this. Wait a minute. What's this? There's a sheet of carbon paper still stuck in the typewriter. I can still read the imprint left on it. This is one of the more disturbing memos in the whole game, honestly. I know it, the secret. I'll give them something to deal with. This demon shelter is of no use anymore. He is my instrument. He must follow my orders. Yes, the box will be useless. Now I must not forget it. 2545. That's good. He is the lowest now. I too will be free, and he will serve me. I am a genius. No one can stop me. No one can stop me. No one can stop me. No, no. At the end. That's actually one of the more disturbing memos in the entire game, to be honest with you. And also Crimson Ceremony at the very end, where it's like, speak, I am the Crimson One. Pretty fucked up, dude. Lapis eye key and shotgun shells. I think that's pretty much all we need. What the fuck was that? I don't know what that was, but okay. Clash Royale makes me so mad. I could... What is Clash Royale exactly? Is it a mobile game? Like Clash of Clans. Hey, what's up, Dr. Red? Trying to lab a sparkless TOD with Frieza-chan. Mobile game, yeah. Why does she take 4 shots when the others didn't? Questionable fucking game, dude. You know, somebody was, I was having a conversation with somebody. I can't stop thinking about how enemies shit out items when they die in RE Survivor. Yeah. Somebody was talking the other day on one of my Silent Hill YouTube videos. They commented on it. And they were saying that, you know, they trusted me as like an authority on Silent Hill. Like they would believe what I said about Silent Hill. I think it's kind of funny how that works. Like, there's a lot of people in the Silent Hill community that mostly just spread bullshit. So it's like, if you just say very basic facts about the game, people start to like consider you some sort of authority figure in the community. I don't think that I'm an authority figure whatsoever. But he was basically like, man, you should make more analysis videos. I totally trust like what you say and your judgment and everything like that. And it's like, that's cool to be considered that, but I don't really know if I want to be that. All I do is just talk about some pretty basic shit, at least I thought. Or well-known stuff. Silent Hill lore considered as complex as the male loneliness epidemic. Actually, though, that's factual. Oh, I think this one's just open. Yeah. Oh, no, it's not. This is what we get from the examination room. So we need to go down there. First floor. There are medical records on the desk. Nothing particularly interesting. A lot of shotgun shells so far. I think we found 4 boxes. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. 3 boxes. Yeah, this Bob Skins Third is a reference to Silence of the Lambs, where it says Bill Skins Third, Buffalo Bill. The pin number this month is T. Last month it was X, and before that it was Z. But what are they going to do next month? That's all they can express with 4 numbers. Anyway, does the door to the patient wing really need to have its combination changed this often? Yeah, UK English is certainly interesting, dude. Like when it comes to food, especially, what we call cookies, they call biscuits, and what they call cookies are like crackers. Oh, no. They call biscuits scones. Yeah, I forgot about that. They call biscuits scones. Okay, so the pin number is T. So you go 1, 3, 2, 8. Yeah, like scones in America are a dessert, but there it's basically like a savory biscuit would be considered a scone. Yeah, spotted dick is a dessert of theirs, yes. It's made by Heinz. I've seen it on Amazon before, and the reviews are hilarious, by the way. Fucking everybody just has a clever pun to say about buying spotted dick off Amazon.
James. Wait a minute. I'm kind of tired. It's just a hangover.
You should rest.
You should rest.
So comfy.
I'm gonna go look for her. For Laura. I'll be back as soon as I can.
I mean, we have enough pistol ammo. There's only a couple more on this wing that are even open. So I'll go for it. Oh yeah, it's kind of like the fucking word yeet or whatever. People say you will thunder, you know, whatever, something. I'm not gonna say that word because then people are gonna clip me out of context, dude. What? I just killed this. Fucking respawning ass enemy. We need the... Yeah. We need the box for this, so we're good. I'm just going to strafe on over here. And we're going to head straight to the roof, honestly, because there's nothing left to do except go there. We already collected everything else that we need. Lapis eye, purple bowl, and we need 2 codes, the second of which is going to be gotten through here, so... Metal net is rusty and falling apart. It looks like if I push hard, I could move it away. Oh, that's interesting. It didn't trigger that yet. You know, something that doesn't make sense is how tiny this roof is. For how huge the hospital is, why does it have such a tiny roof? It's like not even the size of a full floor. Headphone warning, by the way. This is insanely loud. Yeah, if you could even hear me over that. I hope I warned you in time. Yeah, so the levels in this game, it's one thing that I wish they could have worked on with Enhanced Edition. I'm not going to complain because they did a phenomenal job, but like the audio levels are all over the place sometimes. So the game will be perfectly quiet and then out of nowhere it'll just fucking explode in your ears. Yeah, it has to be. Alright, here's the other code we need. Turn the numbers. Better not forget them, so I'll write them down here. The other one, my secret name. Looks like 6913. That combination changes every playthrough, by the way. Something is written on the wall. If Joseph looks calm, he can be taken out of his cell. So that would be Joseph Barkin. So Joseph Barkin is one of the guys we read about earlier. Okay. So now... This is second floor, right? No, this is third. Good. Wait for that first swing. You're generally okay to just run. And these are pretty weak enemies. They won't do a whole lot. Alright. There's something written on the wall. Louise, I'll take care of you forever. It's my destiny. Whoa, that is sharp. Holy shit. So he said turn the numbers, so he's got to be talking about this one. Yep. Oh. Imprint on carbon paper is the other one. 2545. And then we need to use lapis eye and purple bull. What in the hell is in that for there to be so many locks on them? Oh, you haven't seen this? Well, you're about to find out. There's nothing inside the box. No, I'm wrong. There are a few hairs inside. That's it. It's a piece of hair. Oh, look at this. The first instance of yellow paint ever being used in video games? Possibly. Or green, I guess. Fluorescent green. There's something stuck in the drainage pipe. The hole's too small. I can't get my hand inside to reach it. Maybe if I had a long, narrow tool of some kind. Yeah, I said green. But you know, the term yellow paint means like any obvious neon colored paint telling you where to go or what to do next. But anyway, so this is where I also see a lot of people get tripped up on a first playthrough, because this puzzle is kind of obtuse. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. By combining the bent needle and the 3 pieces of hair, you make a tool with which you can use this. Like, what the fuck? Who would think to do that? Almost everybody I see doing a first play doesn't know what to do here until they get told. And there's one later on in the prison that's pretty bad too. Elevator key. Alright, so the only patient wing we have not been able to access is the first floor. Hey, what's up, spooked out, yo? It is. Yeah, this is a MacGyver-ass puzzle. And the one in the prison with the wax doll and the lighter and all that stuff is equally weird. Like, who the fuck would think, even logically, like, when the wax melts, it's not going to be able to support the weight of, like, a heavy metal grate. That just doesn't make any sense. So... one of the best songs in the game coming up, by the way. Called The Day of Night. How many times have I played through it? Too many. In my life, probably about 60 or 70, but it never gets old. I still love it.
Laura?
Huh? You know my name?
Eddie told me.
Eddie told me.
That big fat blabbermouth.
How do you know about Mary?
What's the big deal?
Why can't you just tell me?
You gonna yell at me if I don't?
No, I won't.
I was friends with Mary. We met at the hospital. It was last year.
You liar! Laura,
Stop giggling, you little fuck.
Fine,
Holy,
don't
relax, dude. Yeah, I love the remake, actually.
But last year,
I
Mary
was
already...
I was super critical of the remake. I just didn't think they'd be able to do it, but I was actually very impressed with the remake. I liked it a lot.
Anyway, let's go. We
Obviously.
can talk about this later. This is no place for a kid. There are all sorts of strange things around here. I can't believe you haven't even gotten a scratch on you.
Why should I?
Obviously, I have a lot of attachment to this version, so if I'm tasked with choosing whether or not to play this or remake, I'll always pick this. But the
Later,
remake is
okay?
very impressive.
It's really important.
What is it?
A letter from Mary.
Huh?
I want to go get it. Is that okay?
Yes. Yes.
Yep, we just played Silent Hill 1 a couple days ago. I'm very excited for that as well. I think if they did such a good job on 2, 1 should be excellent.
Hurry up.
Is it in there?
And Silent Hill 1 deserves it, man. Like, Silent Hill 1 has been stuck on PS1.
Yeah, in the back.
And downloadable on PS3 is like the only easy way to acquire it now. And that's just not ideal for most players.
What are you doing, Laura?
Especially younger people that didn't grow up with
Further
PS1.
back, in the desk.
Laura! What are you doing?
Ha ha. I tricked you.
Open the door, Laura.
Why should I? I'm a liar, right? Want me to open it? Huh? Huh? Do ya? What's the magic word?
Laura?
I like what they did with this fight in the remake too.
I guess it won't open it. I think I'll just leave you like this.
You snotty little brat! Open up!
Why, you...
Laura?
You hurt me!
Yeah, so this fight, I don't fuck around with the pistol. I don't bother. It's a waste of time. Just use the shotgun. The shotgun is so much better here. I might be dead. Wow. Well, I'm 1 HP, but I'm doing that intentionally. Yeah, this one is a little bit weird. It's such a small area that you have to move around in. Wow, how did that miss? Come on now. I'm gonna have to reload this. Okay. Now that the first one's dead, I will switch to the pistol for a second. Oh, they're both dead. Okay, so we just have the last one. That's fine. Yeah, it's more engaging. Like the thing that kills me the most about guns in this game is how long they take to raise. Like the shotgun takes like an insane amount of time just to fire one shot and like be able to move again. So it just kind of feels like you're stuck in mud as you try to maneuver.
That's special.
So it's just very annoying. Oh, I probably wasted like 5 bullets there, but that's okay. Very Jacob's Ladder-esque transition right here. And then thankfully they let you recoup a little bit of your shells immediately right here. So that's why I don't want to use the shotgun on the third one. I feel like it's just a waste. And by this point in the game, I mean, obviously once we finish the hospital, it's no big deal because of the trick-or-treat situation and because there's a shit ton of shotgun shell pickups in the town after the hospital. So that's one area where I feel like they also improved it in the remake is ammo is just way too plentiful. Even if you don't mess with the multiplier. Like obviously you can go into game options and set your ammo adjust so you get more pickups. Even if you're on X1, which is default, there's just way too much fucking ammo laying around the second half of the game. It basically feels like you have infinite ammo. So I do like that they limited that a little bit more in the remake. That fucking gets me every time. I'm never ready, dude. Yeah, there's tons of ammo by the second half of the game. All I do in that is I just never touch the rifle until I get to the final boss, and then I just fucking mag dump on it. That's all I ever do in one. Isn't the... Am I not remembering right? Or I thought the, okay, yeah, it's not on this floor. I was thinking the battery, the dry cell battery and all that was on this floor, but it's not. It's on the third, I'm pretty sure. Oh wow, how did she miss? There's a piece of paper on the bed, just some doodle. Something is written on it. She is an angel no one knows, only I can see the lady of the door. They cannot walk along her bridge of thread, they fall from the weight of their crimes. Like bloated and ugly corpses, their sins she devours them, sin and sinner alike. She saves me, she is an angel. Yeah, I love the use of memos in the hospital especially. The final scene with Angela in this game, for me, it's always like this. Yeah, that entire cutscene, really, I would say, is one of the most standout scenes in this entire game. And how ahead of the curve were Team Silent, really, to have them perform those on a stage. You know, Naughty Dog gets credit for their actors doing that now, but Team Silent was doing that shit in the year 2000, literally. There are empty medicine bottles here. Is this what Maria was taking? Is Maria sick now, too? I love the kind of guttural breathing sounds in this room too. I think watch it be an S10. That would be so dumb. Nope. Okay. So it is the second floor. Yeah, I think that that wasn't that technically what blew Troy Baker up more than he already was. Like he was already an established actor, but I think Joel was what really catapulted him into the mainstream. Like he was doing more kind of under the radar roles like Kanji in Persona 4, Vincent in Catherine. Like that was a fairly big role, but it was like a, you know, it's anime games, it's localized games. Him getting that role was like his breakout big time. What a weeb. Why? Because I knew about 2 Japanese games. I'm a weeb. No, I'm a weeb because I only watch anime in Japanese. That's apparently all it takes nowadays. I was locked up inside the basement's basement. It was so small and dark and I was so afraid. I dropped my precious ring, but I will never ever go back there. Look at this. Part of the wallpaper is torn. I can see something drawn on the wall beneath. Are those hands searching for something? Or are they just a sign of pain? Yeah, I always do that too. So apparently with the dub and sub debate heating up, I guess it is nowadays. That's all it takes for me to be considered a weeb, believe it or not. People were arguing about that on fucking Twitter today. The dub versus sub thing. It's like, dude, I thought we were done having these arguments in like 2010. For real. I mean, my Twitch name comes from Trigun. And Trigun is one of the most frequently brought up. It's like, oh, the dub is so much better than the sub. I'm like, I mean, I just disagree. But I don't care. I'm not gonna like attack somebody personally because they would prefer to watch a dub. Watch whatever the fuck you want to watch. I don't care. Watch what you want to watch. Support what you want to support. It affects me literally not at all. Oh god, I could have actually died there. Oh, that is 1 HP, no question about it. Oh, barely. Yeah, here's what happens if you try to open this without Maria, by the way. There's something that looks like a refrigerator. He basically just does a soy pull and he can't get it open. I would have never watched DBZ or Cowboy Bebop without a dub. Exactly. Like, we do have to credit dubs for bringing those shows to the, you know, the youth of America. It's no good. The door's too heavy to open by myself. Like, I'm in the same boat. If Cowboy Bebop and Trigun were not airing on Adult Swim, I would have never seen them as a kid. And I would never have this screen name, you know, that I do. So, Yeah, of course, eventually I made my way to kind of being a purist or a weeb, if you want to call me that. I don't really mind. And only watching, you know, Japanese animation in Japanese. Wow, what a shock. But yeah, I would have never been introduced to them without a dub, so that's also a great point. And Cowboy Bebop, I think, is okay, but I agree with you, Ryrog. I do think most dubs are very corny. I just can't get on with them. But that's just me. Okay, so we have everything we need now to get to the basement, but we got to go to the 3rd floor first because it's the only one where the stairwell is still accessible. So I remember all the Toonami stuff. I'm doing excellent, man. I'm playing one of my all-time favorites, having a great time, and I'm live on Twitch. I'm doing great. I can't complain. Welcome on in, by the way, Spooked Out. You know, the Silent Hill 2 is one of those games that I just feel like is universally appreciated in its subtlety and the details and everything. So it's awesome anytime we see a new face around here, you know, that wants to join the conversation about it. It literally never gets old. It's a very unique experience. I think the first 3 Silent Hill games for me never get old. Now, I am a little tired of 4 just because I spammed it for so long when the GOG update came out. But I still love 4. Absolutely love it. But I definitely think it's like a step below 1, 2, and 3. Just ever so slightly. Still an excellent game. I just don't feel like it's on par with the overall presentation of 1, 2, and 3. There's a shelf here. There are red handprints on the shelf. Move the shelf? Nope. Go home. I refuse. This is one of the best looking CG cutscenes in the whole game, by the way. Takeyoshi Sato, the guy that animated these, did them all 100% solo. What a fucking legend.
James! Mary? Oh, Maria. It's you. I thought you were...
You haven't played 3 or 4 still? Hey, that's okay.
Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Look how good this looks, man.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? You don't
Get
sound
my
very
mug off
happy
the
to
screen.
see me. I was almost killed back there. Why didn't you try to save me? All you care about is that dead wife of yours. I've never been so scared in my whole life. You couldn't care less about me, could you?
And who says I have to care about you? We just fucking met.
No, I just...
Then stay with me. Don't ever leave me alone. You're supposed to take care of me. So
Eileen and Cynthia being 10 out of 10 waifus makes that game an 11.
Yeah, but...
Valid.
She ran away.
We've got to find her.
You really seem to care about her.
Do you
know her?
I've never met her before. I just feel sorry for her. She's all alone. And for some reason, I feel like it's up to me to protect her.
Yeah, you know what I love about that scene? I love how she hugs him and he has to be like forced to give her a hug back. He looks at her and he's like, should I? And then he like very, you know, very lazily puts his arms around her. Like, I guess I'm supposed to do this. You know, he clearly doesn't think about her like that. He doesn't like her at all. He's not into her, but she's just going on about how you're supposed to take care of me. And what do you mean anyway? You don't sound very happy to see me. You know, it's like, why am I supposed to take care of you? I just met you 20 minutes ago, dude. He's so fucking bad at communicating anything. And I also think that was a bit unique at the time in games. Like, very rarely was the main character flawed like this at the time. The main characters were usually flawless. You know, the Gordon Freemans of the gaming industry, or, you know, your character being the strongest or the toughest or the fastest, you know, whatever. So playing as a character that's like inherently flawed like this was pretty unique at the time. And I talked about it for Silent Hill 1 also being very unique, that you had characters in the game actively deceiving you and telling you bad information. I turn into James every time I get stoned. Like when Dahlia is telling you it's the mark of Samael, don't let it be completed, when really it's the seal of Metatron. It's like characters actively deceiving you in games was also very rare in 1999. Outside of like Metal Gear Solid, which also came out of the same studio, so. Relatives that give you compliments as a kid. Thanks. Yeah, exactly. You don't even really know what to say. You're just like, okay. Appreciate it, I guess. Hi there, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. It's always why I liked Raiden's twist in MGS2. He's a twink compared to Snake, but you see his growth as the game progressed, right? Dude, MGS2 is one of the best games ever made. No question. Alright, trick or treat. Oh. Shit, I can't say. Well, hopefully it doesn't crash. I did have a crash here one time, so we gotta prage that we don't get a crash. Wow, that was loud. I'm gonna turn that down just a little bit. Yep, and being able to move, like, strafe while swinging a weapon was something you can't do in Resident Evil. Which is ironic, considering that STARS members are, like, the elite of the Raccoon Police Department. You know, that's the funny part. Yes, MGS1 is fucking amazing to this day. I'm gonna hit him with the Texas two-step. You know what I'm saying? A 1-2 buckle my shoe. First time you slipped on bird shite, yeah. By the way, I can't remember who said it, but basically someone told me to think about 8 Mile when you answer these questions, because it's 313. Now everybody from the 313, put your motherfucking hands up and follow me. Yeah, RE6, that was 2012. They couldn't figure that out until 2012. Yep.
South of the lake is a deserted old neighborhood called South Vale. From there to Pale Vale, the central resort area.
I am an RE7 lover as well. I fucking love RE7.
Just one road, no more. The third and final question is, what is the name of that road? 1. Bachman Road. 2. Rindell Street. 3. Nathan Avenue. Well, that's the last of our questions. Have you got it all figured out? When you know the answers, head to the storeroom on the
Yeah, RE5 is very bizarre.
If you're wrong,
It's okay when you play it co-op, but when you play it solo, I just find it very boring.
see you again sometime.
What was that?
Yeah, that was definitely Capcom's like dark era, dude. That was their like modern day dark ages when they were putting out games like RE6 and Devil May Cry reboots and fucking Dead Rising 3. You know, like 2012 to 2013 was a really weird time for Capcom. Not good in the slightest. Oh, the double, let's go. Oh, don't even try it, dude. Yeah, I'm really excited for Silent Hill F. Unfortunately, a lot of the details of the game got leaked with the ESRB rating. I don't know if you've seen that, Spooked Out, but I actually have a YouTube video about it. Not saying you need to watch that. Other people have also made videos about it. But basically, the ESRB, the rating, conglomerate in the US, they released their summary of the rating system for the game, and it actually revealed a lot about the weapons and some of the violence and graphic scenes that are going to be depicted in it. So we kind of already know what a lot of those things are going to be like, but one thing they did not mention was guns. So it apparently is going to be the first Silent Hill game without guns. Something that looks like a refrigerator. Now we have Maria to help us.
You can't open it?
Yeah, Maria, give me a hand here.
Come on. You're supposed to be the big man around
True,
here.
Ryrog. That's when the
How's a little
slippery
girl
slope
like
really
me
happened.
supposed to help? What's this? Not very cute, is it? Here, James. You take it.
Thanks.
Stamp, how does one stop playing gacha games? I really don't want to have to sleep in McDonald's. Hey, appreciate that, Spooked. Appreciate you dropping the prime. On your first day here, wow, that's a positive impression. Usually I would have scared everybody away by now. See what I did there? Anyways, how does one stop playing gacha games? I really don't want to have to sleep in McDonald's, but I'm afraid it's the only way. I don't know, dude.
Hello there. How you been?
Hey, what's up, Sura Mighty? Oh, hang on, I got your shout out. Let me save though, because this game has been fucking me up all night, and it keeps wanting to try to crash. So hang on just a sec, and I will get your shout out. What were you up to? You were just playing Silent Hill. That is so appropriate. Yes. Yeah, we just played Silent Hill 1 a couple nights ago. Just finished the school. Well, I won't spoil for you if it's your first playthrough, but what a masterpiece of a game that is. No question. Yeah, the RE7 notification. Listen, I am a self-proclaimed RE7 stan. I fucking love the game. You know, I don't care what any of the haters have to say. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. So yeah, Suramighty. I see, I almost messed it up. Suramighty is also playing through Silent Hill, so definitely drop a follow. Dude, the piano in the school fucked me up the first time because I thought the keys that actually played notes were the correct ones, and the ones that clicked that was like the incorrect sound. So I had it all messed up, and it took me forever. I didn't know music. Yeah. All right. So like our chatter said, always remember 8 Mile when you answer these questions. Now everybody from the 3, 1, 3. So this gives you 4 boxes of shotgun shells and 2 ampules. Actually 5 boxes of shotgun shells. I forgot to grab that. So essentially, as long as you do this, you're set for the rest of the game. Okay. I mean, 46 shotgun shells, 6 loaded, and you can pick up more in the town. So you're set. You don't have to worry about that. Never played the OG second game. Oh, really? Did you play the remake though? The remake was really good. Exactly, right. See, Ryrog, you get me. You know what I'm saying? You just get it, dude. We're playing actually a modded version. If you type !mod, it gives you a little bit of information, but this is a mod for Silent Hill 2 PC called the Enhanced Edition. And what it does is it basically borrows a lot of the sound effects and the assets from the PS2 version and then up-reses them and makes them look like presentable on a modern stream. So this image right here is infinitely clearer than anything you would have seen on other versions of the game. There's a painting of a woman on the door. Oddly enough, the hand part of the painting is actually 3D and sticks out. So we're going to put our 2 rings on these fingers. Yeah, and you can also see on the side here how the wallpaper kind of tears away, and then you can see this image. Oh, do I? Yeah, all I do is play horror games. That's like, you know, what do they say now? What are the kids saying? Do they say that that's their brand? Is that cringe to say? But no, I primarily play horror games of all varieties. Resident Evil, Silent Hill, indie horror, doesn't matter. If it is under the horror game category on Steam, I will be playing it. Unfortunately, there's not, but for Silent Hill 4, it actually got released on GOG, and that version is phenomenal. And Silent Hill 3 has one very basic mod called SH3 Proxy that lets the game run in 1080p. That's all it has, unfortunately. But I would love...
Special.
Hey, appreciate that, Sir Mighty. But I would absolutely love a Silent Hill 3 Enhanced, because Silent Hill 3 is my favorite one. Did the OG Silent Hill 2 have reload animations? Because I remember many people going into menus. It does, but only if you run out of ammo and you try to shoot again. I'll show you. I took the director's key, the one to the museum. I hid it behind the praying woman when I went out for the day trip. I picked it up, but I did not steal it. I'm not a criminal. Yeah, Silent Hill 3 is my all-time favorite one. I like the character the most, everything. Gonna be checking out Fear the Reaper. What's up, How's Life Gaming? Yeah, most of the indie horror that comes out, if I find it even mildly interesting, we tend to pick it up and try it out. The most recent one that I really loved was Mouthwashing. Mouthwashing was a phenomenal game, I thought. And actually my game of the year 2023, believe it or not, was Faith, the Unholy Trinity. With like the Atari 2600 graphics and the speak and spell voices. Amazing game. Absolutely amazing. Hey, no problem, Sir Mighty. Appreciate you dropping the raid, and have a great rest of your night. Always cool to see some fellow Silent Hill enjoyers, you know what I'm saying? Gotta grow this community 2 decades in. Oh, dude, that's the worst. And then you can't chew because that part is like super swollen. That's the shittiest, dude. I hate it. It's no coincidence that the song that plays here is called Magdalene, like Mary Magdalene, and her name is Maria. They thought of everything, dude. But this is a very beautiful song. Look at his face. You just gotta take a second. I love those simple chords, man. They're so simple, but they say a lot. And people, I love when people love to discredit Akira Yamaoka and just say, oh, he just takes crazy random like chain and grinding sounds and everybody praises him. It's like, no, he's composed very like gorgeous piano instrumentals too. When people say things like that, I don't mean this in an offensive way, but I genuinely, as soon as you say something like that, that just tells me you don't know what you're talking about. So I just kind of disregard what you say after that. I'm sorry, but I do. And I won't apologize for it. Even though I just said I'm sorry. Wow, look how clear this is. You can read the whole thing without even expanding the text. He who is not bold enough to be stared at from the abyss is not bold enough to stare into it himself. The truth can only be learned by marching forward. Follow the map. There's a letter and a wrench. We have a Toluca boat launch ad, 10 years of business, Lakeview Hotel, scenic views and lifelong memories. Toluca Lake Boat Club, and then Toluca Tours on the top. Daily tours of scenic Toluca Lake. Crazy. Yeah, Shattered Memories also borrowed this mechanic, except you have to manually draw with the fucking Wiimote. Hey, no problem, Spooked. Appreciate you dropping by, man. And the Prime, too. By the way, as you probably have noticed, we got the Silent Hill radios. Those were done by a good friend of mine, and she did a bang-up job. So you have the Silent Hill 3 radio as your sub-badge now. So appreciate you dropping by, and have a great rest of your night, man. Always good to see a fellow Silent Hill appreciator, a knowledge haver, so to speak. I forgot it plays again if you come back out here. Look how much different the first floor looks now. Oh, all right, guys. Well, I got to keep it 1,000. I'm actually kind of exhausted too. I've been up since like 6 a.m. So I'm going to have to unfortunately go ahead and call it for tonight, but we'll finish tomorrow night. If you guys would like to join my Discord, we are always talking horror. We've got about 98 people in there. We're trying to hit that 100 milestone. We do watch parties in there, talk about horror all the fucking time, and I always announce when I'm going to be live in there. So if you want to check out a future stream, that'd be the place to be. Couple of YouTube channels, but yeah, with that being said, I'm old, I'm tired, so I'm gonna have to call it. But I'm gonna break the chains on room 302 for you in 3. Wait, we should see who's on. Let's see who's on. Let's see who's on so we can raid them. Old man exposed. I admitted it. Nobody had to expose me. I just admitted it. Let's check and see who's on. We got to do it. If Gummy's on especially, I'll raid her. Aw, Gummy's not on. Alright, well, god dang it. Unfortunately, nobody else is really on right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and end it. But 3, 2, 1. Oh. Third time, please. Yeah.